voice of Jedi Johnson narrates the way, and the ever-steady Styxboy shall ride away your brain. Bad to the bones, Lucifer has picked up for days on days, and the great sound covers Boba Fett have bad writing to slay. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage of damage. We are all damage. The qualified. The qualified. We are prepared.
It's Friday, and
live.
I'm back. I'm back.
Back in a flash.
Back in a flash.
No pun intended.
Like a bad brush.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Qualified. Dom has been suspended for his bad takes on Star Wars.
No, Dom will hopefully be squeezing in here a little bit later. He's on the road, so hopefully he'll get back here. We got a new outro for you today. So if you stick around to the end, you'll be able to see this new outro that we have in honor of Dom. So it'll be good times.
So we got Joe's dueling. We got Styxboy making an appearance. He doesn't have to go to a prom tonight.
No proms tonight. No. We're in the middle of a summer vacation still.
And I am Brucifer, and we are here to have some fun apparently tonight. Maybe
fun. Yeah, absolutely. Why not?
Talk some comics, talk some movie news. Who knows what happens?
No spoilers.
Random.
Yeah, no spoilers. No spoilers.
Spoilers? What spoilers for what?
Streaming shows, I'm like, screw you. It's a half-hour show. You can deal with a spoiler, but crowded movies, I know some people wait a little while, so we'll hold off on spoilers for certain movies. But,
all I know is going to movie theater sucks.
Yes, it does.
And had these stupid people clapping for everything, laughing at everything. Even vagina. And
people's joy makes us angry.
And then they freaking upcharge ticket prices at my local theater, $5 for a certain movie.
Oh, they upcharge you guys? That's
wow.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, seems they did that different theaters around the country. They actually upcharge for that movie.
That's right. Most people just get their tickets early.
Yeah.
So you would think people avoid that, but
mine still had their movie theater prices at $5. So,
well, Styx, yours are all silent. There's just a guy playing the piano next to.
He's a good piano player. Now you watch it. Really shows the emphasis in there.
Oh man! So what's up this week, boys? Anything good happen? I made my way out this week to an LCS.
You went out? I left.
You found your front door?
I found the front door. Yeah, and
wow.
I went out into the sun. I didn't combust.
Well, that's good.
Wow.
And went to the local LCS on Wednesday. So
wow, I thought you looked a little less pale.
I'm doing all right.
Did they know you?
Blood tans up pretty well. No, nobody ever recognizes me, which is fine with me. I'd rather not be recognized.
Well, I mean, if it's your local LCS, I don't know if they.
I don't go there.
In the 20 years since you've been there.
I don't go there very often because all they really have is they have new books, which is nice, and then they just have like a handful of short boxes, which is just stuff that's come out like in the past year that they dump in short boxes, which is just overstock. And they have some slabs here and some wall books, but there's no digging there or anything. Yeah,
they were actually in nickel cosmic.
I get most of my stuff, from Poulis in the mail bi-weekly. So I normally don't go to pick up new stuff, but I felt there were a couple things I wanted to get that I kind of wanted to fit gap into the collection that came out this week that I know I didn't have on my pool. Cool. So.
Well,
it's nice to get out especially on New Comic Book Day, see what people are picking up and what people are grabbing.
I actually took a road trip to visit Max from Movie Madness Entertainment.
Back in my
Pittsburgh. That was fun.
Yep.
I saw that video.
To go to New Dimensions and dig through the myriad of long boxes that are not sorted in any reasonable way, shape, or form.
It was like it took me like 10 minutes to actually figure out where I was going to start digging. I was like, where do I start? Which room? Where do I go?
I started at the beginning, and I worked my way, And then the next time I go, I just start back up where I was before, and I just it's a crapshoot there when it's just everything stuffed into boxes and you never know what you're going to come across.
Mine's got like 10 long boxes, and that's it. And then they keep rotating the stock.
Odds is still good, Cosmic. Even though the owner passed, he passed the store on to his employees. But Odds is great in Pittsburgh, especially because you can get music there as well. But their basement has great back issues.
I will say this: New Dimensions, their wall books were expensive as hell.
Yeah, it's not a wall book place. It's a digging place.
Yeah, they wanted $80 for a Mr. Monster #2. I was like, what? That's a $30 book. Come on, 25 on a good day.
But like I said, places that don't have because they don't have a huge bunch of wall books. They just have some behind the counter and some on the other side. But
that's why.
When you walk into that room that has like I don't know how many I estimate how many long boxes are in there because it has to be 500 plus long boxes at least.
It looked I saw the video and I'm like, I probably would have had to go in the beginning of opening. I'd be there to close.
It's rough. It's close to my parents, so I normally stop there every time I go home.
I spent like an hour digging, probably hour 15 minutes, and I was covered in dust.
Yeah,
I was covered in sweat. I was like, my God, it's so hot. Was it this hot in there when I came in? Like, jeez.
I've always lucked out, and I've always found some fun things in there. Just digging through the dollar boxes. There's nothing that's like gold.
Yeah.
But good little books, good run fillers, good covers.
I ended up picking up about 100 books from there. So I want to, between now and Baltimore, I'll probably give some away, give some out in Baltimore. I haven't decided yet. So fun times. I want to share the wealth with the viewers.
Excellent. Well, let's see.
What a guy.
See who's in the chat today. Who's in the chat, Bruce? Who we got with
We got today? GT Comics. Of course, first as always, we had Pete in the chat.
That was
you. We got Jeffrey Fonzo. What's the Sticky Goose video?
And GT Key put that up there. Any thoughts on the Sticky Goose video? Well, he said Stick Goose. I figured he meant the Sticky Goose. Sticky Goose Comics. I guess it was his wife. I don't really watch that channel, but his wife came on and they went through like 40 different, a bunch of different YouTube comic people.
Yeah.
And she gave her first impressions of them. Nice. It was cute. It was fun.
We got Meatwad #1. What's poppin', party people?
Thanks for stopping in, Meatwad.
Yeah.
Cosmic One. Rest in peace, Dom.
Oh, he'll be
AOA. Yay, AOA.
AOA, that wasn't you that kidnapped the guy for 36 hours and forced him to play Yahtzee, were you?
Oh, the guy in Florida.
Damn it, I thought we were playing Farkle.
Did he kidnap multiple people?
I don't know whether he kidnapped multiple or just one, but I know there was a kidnapping and I know there was forced Yahtzee involved.
There we go. Wolverine #4, Part 4 was the bee's knees, allegedly.
Hey, it's I haven't seen
no
it.
spoilers in the chat, please.
I left the house once. I won't be going out again for a long time. Right till Baltimore.
Hey, that was your one and only opportunity to get joined.
Yeah.
But Bruce did see it.
I'll go sometime this weekend.
Yeah, I have excessively low expectations.
I'm not a fan of Deadpool, so and I think Deadpool 2 was better than this one for me.
Really?
Yeah. So I give it like a 6 or 7.
That doesn't leave me thinking very highly of it, but I'm still gonna go. I'm very.
I'm not saying don't go. It's a fun watch, but don't expect a great overarching huge extravaganza
Oh,
story.
no.
Well, it's a Deadpool movie. I'm expecting it to be just a fun movie. Fun movie, a lot of chaos, a lot of jokes, probably said over and over, probably too many times, but still just a fun movie. And there's nothing wrong with going to a movie and just having fun. Everything doesn't have to be War and Peace. It can go to a fun movie, and that's okay too.
Here's the big question. I guess we'll ask Bruce. Bruce, did you come away with a bucket?
No, I don't have the nearest IMAX is in the mall.
They didn't have any kind of bucket, not even the little metal.
They didn't have
bucket?
anything. My movie theater sucks.
Wow.
All they had was a $5 upcharge.
Yeah, at least you got that.
Something.
I don't know. I don't know. For people that have Marvel MCU goggles, this will be the best movie they've ever seen.
I've seen goggles?
I've Marvel goggles. I've seen so many reviews online. This is better than Endgame. It's the best thing in 20 years. Blah 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 blah.
Well, to me, I don't know. Marvel kind of needed a palate cleanser.
Yep.
To me, all their movies have the exact same tone and feel to them for the most part overall. And I think this being something a little bit different is a nice reset, nice little palate cleanser. Then they can move forward and ride this wave and hopefully do some interesting, a little more adventurous things.
I think a lot of people said it's going to make 2 billion, even 3 billion. It'll be lucky if it make 1.4, 1.5 billion.
A billion? You think?
That's
gonna
gonna,
billion.
I think if it comes close to 2, it's because of word of mouth and people say it's good, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the 1 billion mark is probably the safer route to go. 2.5 is kind of out there.
I think there's a lot, but this is the type of movie where you will get a lot of people going back to watch it multiple times.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the hope.
Especially after it dies down a little bit, you can get in the theater. It's not super crowded. There'll be people that'll keep going back and see it a few times. So.
And there's going to be, I could actually see it because my friend's mom said she won't go see it again because of the overuse of certain words in the movie and
curse words
and curse words and gore, and she liked the first 2, but she said it was excessive with the cursing.
Have you never seen an R-rated? She's never seen an R-rated movie before.
I mean, the first one. The first one, if you're going to get offended by any of them, it's going to be the first one, right?
The first 5 minutes of the movie.
Well, the first half hour, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, set your expectation. It's an R-rated movie, but it's not. It's an R-rated movie because there's going to be silly violence and there's going to be a lot of cursing in it. Gratuitous cursing that's unnecessary, but that's kind of the point of the movie.
Well, I'm just glad it came out for all you Deadpool, all of the many Deadpool fans out there. This is right up your alley. Enjoy it, have fun, and that's all you can.
I'm not gonna say I'm a Deadpool fan, but I do enjoy the comic book movies when they come out.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of Wolverine fans out there too.
Plenty of Wolverine fans out there.
I'm not like I didn't have that come to Jesus moment and start crying in the movie theater like some people did. Not me.
Yeah, that's a little much.
So you want to do let's get to the outside looking in.
Let's run that beautiful bean footage.
All right, first up, we have Prelude to Dead Corpse, number 3, around 20 sales, average $25. I do like this cover, but I'm not paying $25 for this book.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of C&D level characters and specking on books for those reasons. But
this is what's his name? Dogpool first appearance, right?
Yeah, Dogpool. Yep, right there on the cover.
Yeah, it's they like the character. I wouldn't. People like the character.
Guess. Yeah, I guess
it's a cute little gag, but sidekick animals normally don't get a lot of money. I mean, I'd rather have Jeff the Land Shark's first appearance than Dogpool.
Was that West Coast Avengers #5 or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, they just announced a new West Coast Avengers book today at San Diego.
Yeah, I know Disney's not going to do nudity, which is my only reason for seeing an R-rated movie. I can care less about violence and cursing. What are you going to
Cosmic said he cried.
Yeah.
I cried with my popcorn right now. I was like, no more popcorn.
Yeah, I that's why I can't go to the movie theaters. I don't like people's joy or sadness around me. Prefer just to watch it in the privacy of my own house.
And God, I don't know. It wasn't even a long movie, and so many people kept running back and forth to the bathroom. I'm like, what's going on here?
How many people had their phones?
Actually, I didn't see anyone with their phones actually.
Because that's one thing that drove me away from theaters. You're sitting there and you just start seeing phones light up here and there. That always bothered me.
Quiet, I'm trying to take a call.
Too many distractions.
No, Mom, I'm not picking up the butter.
I'm FaceTiming in the theater. Look at me.
Oh, yeah. There you
go.
But yeah, I mean, it's not unexpected to see this book there, especially this week. We'll see where it goes in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
As you know, as you guys saw, there was quite a few Deadpool related books on the Hot 10.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, 20 sales is interesting for the fact that many people were buying this book for an average of $25 is interesting. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
But
this is the wrong week to buy it to turn for a profit because it was a short. Even if you bought it on Monday, you'd have to sell it by Wednesday.
Yeah. You know, these books should have been up like the week before if you were going to sell them.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was a surprise that he was in the movie.
I know. It was in the chat.
All right, what we got up next on the old list?
We have a message from Tom Tober. He said that the link isn't working for him.
Oh, jeez. Somebody send him the link, please.
I'll do it right now.
Is it his internet?
No, who knows?
Got to get off that stream link or whatever it's called.
He still has the AOL disc.
Somebody please send him the link.
I sent him the link.
Okay, good.
All right. Next up, we have Wolverine 88 facsimile 1 in 25. Around
you can actually make out what's going on the cover as opposed to the original.
We average of $35. Still an ugly cover.
I like the original.
I'm not a fan of facsimile 1 in 25s.
No.
And I'm also very much not a fan of calling it a facsimile because that's not a facsimile. That's not the original cover. Therefore, it's not a facsimile. It's an additional printing with a different cover and a ratio. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Mama Bear says she's going to record a video. She got a couple of packages in. I sent her 2 packages to Canada.
Yeah.
Joe is a crabby mountain hillbilly hermit.
Damn straight.
He's our crabby mountain hillbilly hermit, damn it.
Damn straight.
Mama Bear deserves a couple packages.
She does. I agree with you. Facsimile covers should not get 1 in 25.
It just confuses me. Just don't call it a facsimile. Call it additional printing. Call it a third print. Oh, I don't even know if this has.
I don't even know what to call it.
But call it what it is. Whatever printing it is. It's not a facsimile when you change the art on the cover.
Yeah.
A facsimile means it's a reproduction of the original, and that's not
if
the original cover.
If anything, it's an homage.
And me and Joe don't agree on much, but we agree on this. Next up, Go ahead.
We had the original on the list tonight in the Hot 10. And that book,
Rightly so.
I understand why that goes up between, the movie and this facsimile coming out. Facsimiles always tend to bump up the original a little bit as well. That I understood. This, good on you. Good on you if you're spending $35. Oh, there you go.
Fuck you, Bruce.
Yeah.
What do I do? This is why you're suspended.
I made a new outro tonight just for you,
Douchebag.
Dom. In honor of you, Dom. I got you. I got a new outro when we're done tonight. So
I appreciate it.
Ooh, live on location.
This is why we can't be in the same stream together, because you're an asshole.
Yeah, I prefer smut connoisseur as opposed to hoarder.
Connoisseur smut. What do you think of this cover, Dom?
I'm a
It's
curator.
1 of 25.
Smut.
That's a reverse of what the Deadpool and Wolverine meeting. The first,
Yeah.
But
That's all it is.
people will like it because it's Wolverine and Deadpool. Everything's Wolverine and Deadpool.
Yeah.
Nope. It's a cool cover, you know.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's not bad. I'm not gonna run out. It's a facsimile too. It's a fucking facsimile. Come on.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's what frustrates me.
I got 2 of the original. I'm good.
Yeah.
I got a deluxe newsstand. Yeah.
I don't have it at all because I never desired to really have it in my collection. It was an ugly cover to begin with.
It is an ugly cover. Dom was working hard getting all those SDCC toys.
So, I'm jealous of Matt being in San Diego Con, man. I wish I was there. And plus what I've seen Funko wise,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'm pissed too. I'm telling
Hey,
you.
Tyson.
I'm
I
gonna
only
get-
saw one Funko news that I got excited about, and that was the Battlestar Galactica.
that's it's the fusion.
Cylons. Yeah,
Fusion.
the fusion.
No, yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing I got excited about. I'm like, ooh, Cylons.
Well, listen, they had these box of funds that they gave out at Funko that you get either order one at home or you get the ones over there.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of the Funkos, the Freddy Funkos, is Zartan. I'm pissed,
Ooh.
and it's only limited to 250 pieces.
If I was you, I would go on eBay, buy it now, because you know it's going to go up insanely.
No, it's gonna go up.
Yeah,
I would hop on eBay just to get it because you know you want it.
I do want it.
now.
So
They introduce a lot of stuff, man. I'm like, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of good stuff coming out in the rest of the year, in 2025 too. So
nice. All right. Next up, Hulk 16, average of $35. A newsstand sold for $145.
First
I have
red She-Hulk. There you go.
Yep.
I have the regular one. I don't have the newsstand.
Yeah,
that
newsstand's not easy to come by.
I saw a newsstand. I was going to get one a couple weeks ago, and somebody wanted $200 for it. It was beat to all hell. Not for $200.
When did this come out? What year this book came out?
2016? No, 2009,
Earlier than that.
2009, 2010.
Yeah, because I know that newsstands ended like in 2014, right?
Marvel ended in 2015, 2016,
Okay.
and DC went all the way to 2017, maybe the end of 2018. I'm not too sure about that.
Hey, Bruce, what do you think about the new DC logo?
It's back, baby.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Coming in here, want to spoil stuff for the news section. Been working hard all day.
Dom comes in hot.
Sides.
Yes, you know.
You got to be careful of stealing content from Marco too. Come on.
Who?
You know Marco doesn't like a content stealing. Steal a vision. Let's go steal a vision.
He needs to steal a few buttons for his shirt to button them up. Nobody wants to see his 4 chest hairs every stream.
Yo, he needs a lawnmower for that chest. Lawnmower 2000.
I'd have to deprive myself of oxygen for 5 or 6 minutes to match that content.
I guess people are thinking that maybe she'll show up in the Captain America movie since Red Hulk is there. But
hey, You know who's supposed to be there too?
Yeah.
No, well,
Betty, Liv
Tyler.
Liv Tyler, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
the old Betty back.
you know, maybe she gets the old friggin' serum.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot to cram into a movie.
That's not Betty in the comic, though, is it?
Who? I can't remember who the Red Hulk was.
I never kept up with the Red Hulk.
The Red,
Red She-Hulk, yeah.
Something.
Yeah. I don't think we'll see her in Captain America, but I mean, if they keep him around, I mean, I guess we could see her in the next whatever iteration.
Still better cover than that Hulk 1.
Yeah. Who knows if you'll be able to steal from SNS tomorrow night since Matt and Sam won't be on.
Yeah, it's amazing how we steal from them a day before they go on.
We're that good.
We steal from the future. Yay. All right. Next up.
Yeah, BK.
My favorite cover. Epitaphs from the Abyss, number 1 and 1 in 100. About 10 sale, average $110, high of 180. EC Comics is back.
Nice.
Yeah, I got
hey, listen, foil. BK. Yes, my pops are rigged. They explode when someone touches them. There you go. Don't touch my toys.
I love this cover. This cover is awesome.
I see.
Yeah.
Betty Ross was.
You have to read to be able to copy.
She was the.
Okay.
I told you.
Don't do that.
Told us that. Okay.
You saw that?
Thank you. Who said that? Who said that?
Betty was the Red Hulk. So.
Thank you, Mwamba.
Thank you.
Yeah, EC is back there, and it's not just they have a couple of these books that are coming. So.
Yeah,
there'll be some good ratios on these.
I wanted this, but FOC, a lot of the stores had it for like 125 to 145, and Midtown was selling it for 90.
The thing was, you had like 4 covers on this book as well already.
Yeah.
So people, I know at my LCS, because I was there. I was just checking. I was checking volume of stuff, because they just of the new stuff that was out. There's still a lot of copies of all the open order covers there.
You said there were 4 other covers. Were that like a 25%?
No,
25,
I know there were. I know were the 2. I'm not sure about the ratios, but I know there were the 2 regular covers, and then you had
foils.
Never see the foil in here, but then you had.
So you had
2 foil versions as well.
Okay, I didn't know.
These were just the open order.
I didn't know if the open orders were. I didn't know if it was 4 open order covers, and there were like, how they usually do it, like 25% of one cover
ratios. Yeah.
So, are you doing Styx? Are you gonna do Saturday Night Styx tomorrow night?
I don't know. No, it's not. I'm not the only one on there.
Matt's been pounding the pavement at SDCC, so I look forward to when he gets back and all his updates. That's gonna be fun.
Been standing behind fanny packs.
Yep.
I think the last update he was waiting in line for Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Walking Dead panel.
And then I think a fire alarm went off, and then everyone had to exit. So that's something.
Yep.
Someone burnt their con toast.
And the last book on the list.
Oh, quick.
Next, number 3. Volume is up. A CGC 9.8 sold for $1,300. I think last week or a week before, this was hovering between $900 and $1,100 for a 9.8. Because I looked.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
if you saw the latest trailer, you know why.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna this to move a little, but again, it's a bigger boy book, so you can get a little bit of volume, a little bit of bump. Mm-hmm. You're not going to see hundreds of copies moving around just because of the price, but that's still nice. 1,300 is nice for this book, and it's nice to see a little volume moving on as well.
I got 2 9.6s. They refused to give me a 9.8 in this book, bastards.
We'll be looking at some other X23 covers tonight if you can't swing this one. So
nice. So. If if you're interested to learn more about these books and see what Pete said about these books, head over to CBSI.com.
There you go. Look, man on the streets is here. Popping in. Fantastic.
Head over to CBSI.
I'm excited. We're going to get all kinds of fun insight from Matt when he gets back, because he was popping shots from all over the place there on all those panels. So,
hey Matt, if you hear me, see if you can get a sneak off.
Oh my God!
I was waiting for the ask.
Do me a favor, if you can get a Funko Pop for me, the Freddy Funko as Zartan, I would appreciate it. Thank you, bro.
If you could stand in line for 2 days, Matt.
You don't have to stand in line 2 days. Just talk to people.
Yeah.
When is it dropping?
It's out now. People have it.
Oh,
it's gone. Very good by now.
I think later on I'll look on eBay. You see who put it on eBay.
Like I say, yeah, check the interwebs. See what they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, they had a Freddy Funko with Marvel.
Look at whatnot.
50 pieces. So
I'll even check whatnot for you.
thank you. I'm waiting for Freddy Funko to be freaking Stitch.
Stitch. Why Stitch?
I love Stitch. This is my favorite Disney character. Come on. You know that already.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Has Freddy Funko. Go for a grip? It's have you ever been to just does Funko just have a straight up convention, Dom? Where it's
no, actually, they actually were working on that. You know, they had into the pandemic hit. They had an idea for like a convention, a FunkoCon.
Because that would be a fun people watching convention.
It probably would be. You know what? I wish they would have it now, because Mike Becker, the head of Funko, the one who created it a long time ago, he's stepping down for a second time.
Good job.
You know, so.
Yeah,
I don't see your G.I. Joe Funkos on eBay. See Captain Planet.
Yeah.
Captain Planet.
Freddy Funko is Captain Planet.
Yeah, they have
with these powers combined.
So.
Yeah. They're doing the lotto. You have to get into the lotto and get picked to get into the Funko shop.
That's too much work for stuff.
So stay tuned next week for another outside looking in. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and comment if you're watching this on the rewind. Thank you. What do you got up next, Joe?
I figured we could do some pickups. Matt met Brett Parson and Brian Poston today, so hopefully he got some grommets signed.
Ooh.
And they had also they have a print. They have two Ahsoka prints given out, and not given out. You can pick them up over there. Balin Skull and
nice.
You're in the driver's seat, buddy.
So, speaking of Brett and Brian, it was just on the shelf, so I just picked up an extra copy. Why not? Let's see. I can these foils, you can never see them, but this is the EC.
The gold foil.
The gold foil. Another foil, which I had to cover up because it's kind of hard to see, and it's probably a good thing.
You covered a nipple. Okay.
It's a worn loud gun, honey. And then, of course, I picked up all the Hello Darkness stuff. Yoink. Prison. Nice. There's the decal. It says Michael. Why not? I had it sitting on the shelf, so there's no reason not to buy this. I got the other copy, but I didn't have the Mac, so the Mac Barfly. Udon. Can never go wrong with Reek. So
yay, new swimsuit special.
Yeah. It was the one that I realized I didn't have on my pool for some dumb reason, so
pick it up. Zartana. Zorana with the hat there. She didn't have the hat on the other one, right?
No. This is just the Earl Diaz.
I mean, it was different because she had a hat on.
When Joe shows his books, it's rated R. When everybody else shows his books, it's PG-15.
Yeah. Nice House by the Sea. The follow-up to Nice House by the Lake. I like this cover. I like landscape covers. A series that I'm excited to get into and start reading. The Addiction. There's a nice art trim cover on that.
Nice.
And then there was a black and white variant as well. That I did get this. I'm not paying for the 1 of 100, but yeah, I did get this, and my QR code works just fine. If you're not familiar with those new X books, they dump a QR code in them at the end that gives you a bonus page, which tends to be a bit of a spoiler page. People had issues with some of them working. I had no problem. I picked up a couple of these.
You got them.
And then a couple, a triple of the other variant that has
the Japanese variant,
the Japanese trade dress on top.
Yep,
just that. I got some.
Yeah, the Berg did look cool.
Cheeky Beach Party.
Oh, nice.
Very cheeky.
I always buy some Luana Vecchio whenever she does a cover. I love Luana Vecchio.
Only friends?
Especially with there's feet on the cover.
You betcha. And I got, let's see, we got a few of these, 2 of these, 6 of these, some Zerdy, some more Zatanna, some more Zatanna. I like Zatanna.
I think we know.
Finally, some more
Zatanna.
Yeah.
That's the minimum trade dress, right?
That's the minimum trade dress. I'm still waiting. My ratios are still in the mail. Supposed to be coming, but
now these are the ones you got at the LCS. You got all those at the end.
No. A lot of this was mail in. The stack of the new stuff was. Oh, look at that! The man, the legend, Jedi Johnson.
Wanted man. What's
Welcome
going on, guys?
home.
You guys hear me?
All right.
Oh yeah.
Getting the band back together.
Hey, Jedi.
What's going on?
Like you sound like you just woke up.
No, I just got in from work. I was listening to you guys on the way in, and Bruce, you need to get a new theater. I don't understand why you let them do. It's New York City. Don't they have like theaters on every block? I mean, why are you going to this shitty theater?
I don't live in New York City anymore.
Oh,
I live up north.
Hear that, Dom? He wised up.
He's up here in the sticks.
I'm up there with Styx.
You didn't give anybody any guff during the movie, Bruce, because of their.
I don't care.
So I don't know if I'm going to go see it. I normally go see this movies with my youngest son, but he's actually in Canada, and I asked him. I was like, "Hey, he's up there visiting his friends." And I said, "Hey, you guys going to the movie?" Because I figured it was like mandatory in Canada that you have to go see this movie.
Isn't there a national holiday for Wolverine?
Yeah.
Two Canadians in one movie? Oh yeah.
He's like, I don't know if we're gonna go see it. I was like, you need to make up your mind because I got a weekend to plan. So I'm a busy man. My calendar fills up.
Yeah.
It's a fun popcorn movie. I'll give it that.
What how is it a fun cut? It's God sent. They finally made a movie. Yo.
No, we're not going to do any spoilers, right? My oldest son, no, I haven't seen it, so I couldn't do it if I wanted to.
But
my oldest son did see it, and he said there are so many cameos in this thing that it becomes kind of hilarious how many cameos they crammed into this thing.
I expected them to do that. A lot of very quick cameos.
Like I said earlier, it's the first 25 minutes are fun, good, and then there's like a 45-minute lull of I don't know.
What are you looking for? What are you looking for? It's a fun movie. That's what you want. Fun movies have been bullshit lately. You need some good fucking movies.
Did you watch the movie?
What?
Did you watch the movie yet?
I'm gonna go see it, but not now.
All right, then.
You tell him, Dom. You tell him, Dom.
Fuck with me, fellas. This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
What I want to know is what does Wolverine and Superman have in common? That's what I want to know.
What? I can't understand your heavy accent over there.
I bet it's better than the Acolyte.
What does Wolverine and Superman have in common?
I'm with you there, Jedi.
Hey, listen, the Acolyte.
Here we go.
Don't go Wayseeker. You know what? Thank God Wayseeker wasn't on Sunday, or else that would have been like a 5-hour show with all his gushing over that show. Wayseeker made me want to hate that show, and I liked it, but I kind of wanted to hate it. Because of Wasey.
Listen, now I want to see season 2. I do want to see season 2.
Jedi, I like the second one better than I like this one.
Yeah, I heard you say that in the truck. Almost swerved off the road when you said
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of Deadpool, so.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a question. What's the reason why? Why?
I just told you why.
Bruce is not a Deadpool fan. He would rather go see Captain Marvel.
All the cameos that were in it.
I didn't go see Captain Marvel in the theater. Either one of them. All right, thank you very much.
All
They
the
put
fun
fun movies
cameos.
at home.
All the Fox celebrities from Fox.
What are you talking about? Whatever you think in your head are cameos, it's the opposite.
Well, listen. What
There you
character?
go.
What character is
movie-wise
that keeps getting pushed back because of writing and directors?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Marshall Ali. What is he supposed to be playing? And guess who's in that? Come on.
What is?
Hey, I had my son, my oldest son. Actually, I was listening to you guys in the truck on the way home. My son called, and so I talked to him. So I got out of the truck, put my shit away, hopped on. Did I miss Outside Looking In?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It was pretty much Deadpool.
That's what I figured. Better than X-Men, I guess.
Everybody says you hate Liefeld. You hate freaking Rob Liefeld. That's why.
Liefeld sucks.
Joe, every time you play that clip, she makes $5. Just saying.
Yeah.
Are you finished with your book show?
Yep. Who wants to
Anybody
go?
else got any?
I got nothing, but I was going to tell Dom that there was 2 Zartans on eBay right now.
Oh, there you go.
How much?
All right, get some popcorn.
One was 5, and the other one was
Here,
7.
Just start running through them, Bruce.
Guess what?
You got a huge stack.
Those 2 people who are selling on eBay for those prices can lick my nutsack.
If Bruce first starts going through those 100 books he picked up, then I'm
not going through the whole 100. All right, let's.
What gems are in
just in choice 50.
Wait, it's still doing that without the.
Yeah,
that's weird.
I forgot to turn off the green screen.
I was gonna say that's a weird variant you got there. Well, that's even worse.
All right, what?
You're a moron. You see, morons everywhere.
I turned it off. What the hell? There we go. All right.
I think Bruce Fur is a green screen. I don't think he's,
That's not real.
Not a real person.
I think he's really there.
Popeye, more Popeye.
It's like Max Headroom.
None of those are the 1 and 10s, right? They're just
No. Old man, Batman,
Another old man.
some Buffy, Spike,
Another old man.
Iron Man,
You just got
Popeye, X-Men, Flash. I came across some DCUs.
Nice.
I missed out on a
Box
couple
for DCUs.
for you, Bruce.
I know. Teen Titans,
Teen Titans.
Green Lantern, all new X-Men, Uncanny. Joe's favorite character, Animal Man.
I love Animal Man.
That raptor on the cover?
I don't know. This one?
It's like
I
raptor
don't know.
from G.I. Joe.
Old man. Some more old man. Old man.
It's pretty cool, I figure.
Bruce likes old men.
That's why you're on the show. Youngblood.
Not gonna deny it.
Xena. More Animal Man.
What'd you say?
Batman, Superman.
Xenon. What the hell?
Xena.
Oh,
Xena.
Xenon.
Warrior Princessy.
A little runner, Green Arrow.
Not even a good runner green arrow.
Yeah, all right. Most of these are being given away to the viewers anyway.
The problem is when you're digging and books are
For them
only
to keep
$1,
warm during the winter.
you tend to grab anything and everything.
I was gonna say, I think he got some of that dust in his eye when he started pulling his books out there.
You got just some good fireplace starters right there.
Now this week's pickups. Some Turtles. I got some copies of each.
There you go.
Yep.
Copycat.
Yeah. I got the Detective Comics in 87 and 1 in 25.
What a weird cover.
I love this cover.
What a weird cover.
There we go. Yeah.
That's a 1 in 25.
Yep. Hello Darkness.
I still can't believe they did that with the minimum trade dress and then the 1 in 25 that looks almost exactly the same.
More Hello Darkness. Hello, Darkness.
Now you got the Momoka.
Yep. Hello, Darkness.
Prison.
Flash Gordon, the Panosian.
Oh, I got that one over here. I got the. I don't got the book, but I got the signed.
And my last Raz win. I love that the cow cover.
Another one or what?
Signed, the Secret Wars.
I thought it was slabbed. What happened?
It wasn't slabbed. It was signed.
No, I thought it was slabbed.
Might be a 9.8. And that is it.
All right, Styx.
I got nothing.
There you go. Dom,
you get nothing.
I'm away.
You're away. Yeah, you're in hotel land.
Yep.
You didn't get any packages at the hotel? Come on. Speak ahead.
I'm pretty sure he goes down the street and get a package.
I was only going to show. But since Bruce
he's in. Gross.
Since Bruce showed, I actually won something. So Bruce, I can't give you shit anymore. I actually won. I won a slab on a Whatnot giveaway.
Nice. Those are hard.
Yeah, it's a CBCS.
Oh, so's Micah.
So's a Micah signed. So's a Micah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Never expected to win that, but no. What I was going to show, and just because it's sitting here beside my desk, I sent some cards, like 3 sports cards, into PSA to get graded, and I got those back. So.
Nice.
How sharp were your corners?
Yeah. Well, see, I sent them in through a sports shop here, and then so they said, you know how PSA does things, right? So if it grades a certain thing, and they say it's worth whatever the worth value is, and they'll upcharge you, right? Because
then they do that.
Same as Bruce First Theater that it did. So I got an email. They were like, "Hey, we PSA upcharged you on some card," and they don't tell you anything in the email or in the text. They just say, "Hey, you were upcharged. Congratulations!" Like, that's a good thing. Maybe it is. I don't know, because they upcharge you, but they don't tell you anything. So I'm like, damn, did I get a 10? What the hell happened? So the 3 cards I sent in, I sent in a LeBron James rookie. You rub it up. It came back a 9. So that's about a $300 card in a 9. That's not what I wanted. I got this is the one I thought was going to get a 10, but it also got a 9. That's a Brady Bowman Chrome. This is about graded in a 9. This is about a $2,000 to $2,500 card in a 9.
Wow. Nice.
Yeah, so this one may be getting sold.
Gotta pay for that.
The surprise, though, is this one. I thought this was going to come back good. It's a Kobe Bryant Topps rookie card. I thought it was going to come back good. This son bitch came back a 7. I was pissed. I was like, what the hell? It's well centered. I was like, not that I know about it much about cards as I do about grading comics, but I was
Jedi, you know what it is? If it's a chrome card, it could be scratches on the front. That's why
this isn't a chrome card, though. Nope. This is a paper card. Yeah, there is a chrome version of this, but this is the regular Topps. But it came back a 7. I was kind of bummed about that. But anyway, that's all I got this week to show.
That is PSA. Nice. Congrats. You owe us more money.
Yeah.
Yeah, CGC does that too.
But that's like, PSA is kind of like CGC. They got the corner, and somehow or another they've established themselves as the premium grading company. So PSA gets more money as opposed to BGS or something.
We'll see, because PSA is going to be doing comics.
Yeah, we were talking about that in our chat. I was like, yeah. Everybody was surprised about PSA's comic cover or comic label. I was like, it's just like their card label. I've always thought their card label was ugly as fuck, but
it looks like it. It's like some 90-year-old secretary just typing it out.
Yeah. Type it out, cut it with the scissors.
Yeah.
Let me bring this up before you start. This is the LCS I went to. This is the first room of comics. And then this is the second room. Yeah. All dollar books.
I'd be intimidated. I wouldn't even start.
And they're not organized. They're not organized in any way, shape, or form. They're not they're not grouped. There's nothing. It's just like you go to a box, you don't know what the hell you're going to find. Modern, old, beat up, bagged, not bagged. It's just,
is it at least Marvel, DC, or is it just
no?
full mix?
No, there is no rhyme or reason for the boxes.
And then they have boxes on the floors under the table.
Yeah, I'm intimidated just looking at your pictures. I was like, I would be like, shit.
Like I said, when I went there, I started on the far right, and then when I went back again, I started from where I stopped.
I heard you say that, man, but I was like, if I were you, if you were me and I was you, and we were the same, I would. If I go back to second, you understand that your follow-up research.
I'm trying.
Okay. If I were you and I went back, I'd be afraid they snuck some good shit in on the stuff I'd already looked at, and I'd be tempted to start all over again. So I'd never get through that son of a bitch. I'd be sitting there. I'd be like an old man trying to. Before I got out of there,
those boxes are so stuffed. I'm like, they're not stuffing shit in there. So I just keep going. I mean, there's no way to get through all of that in any reasonable time. So, and I've always been very limited. So it's like, I'm going to just start here, work to here. Next time I come, I'll start here and work down. And I'm about halfway down that first wall.
Here's my next question. Bagged or boarded, half bagged, boarded, loose?
Depends.
Most are loose.
Yeah.
Depends on when it was put in the box. If it was put in the box 20 years ago, it's probably not bagged or boarded.
But Styx, you would appreciate a lot of like innovation and Pacific Comics and stuff like that.
Want to go Styx? We can do a drive down Styx.
I wouldn't mind wanting to tackle it.
It's a good, like, if you could spend all day in there, it would be fun, but you would need some type of sinus remedy by the time you left there.
Where's this place? It's in Pittsburgh.
It's right off of It's in Pittsburgh Mills Mall. It's about 15 minutes outside Pittsburgh.
Styx would do great because he didn't have to worry about any competition. He'd walk in the door. He'd be like, "Where's Doctor Who?" It's in the shed in the back. There's nobody back there. Go back there. You're gonna need a flashlight. Go ahead and just go back there and.
At the front of the mall, they had the TARDIS. I saw in the video.
Yeah, they have a TARDIS.
Oh yeah.
You watch.
They also have a third room there for gaming, for games.
Yeah,
for people that play role-based games and stuff like that.
So that's a smelly room. So
it is. It's a huge shop, and that mall is a dead mall. If anybody happens to be near there and be like, "Oh, I want to go to that place," understand you're walking into a dead mall. There's literally like 8 stores in the whole mall, and it's a huge mall. There's like 8 stores left, and there's potholes everywhere.
I just had a really good idea for a comic book store. What if it was a comic book store of nothing but like bathroom stalls, right? And there was like they had like holes cut. Don't get nasty, Dom. They had like holes cut, and they had like those rollers. Like those rollers people use to when they unload trucks. Those roller things. They just had these rollers going. Yeah, so you just kind of roll the boxes through. You look. And then the dude's like, "Are you done yet?" You go, "Yeah." You just kind of push it, and then the next one comes. You just kind of all sitting on the shitter.
So you're gonna have bathroom stalls with holes while you're sitting and going through comics. You're gonna have something like this happen.
The places that Brucifer's gone to, glory hole places.
For speaking from experience, I don't know.
Pickle Pogs.
So he knows that by heart. You see how. He was.
You took me to the one on the turnpike that one time.
He was a pro.
You'd have to have some hand sanitizer though. You got to, it could
and
get
baby wipes.
It could get sticky.
He was a pro with that. So,
no, thank you.
No, not a good idea. All right, back to the drawing board. All right, I'll keep trying.
I mean,
why'd you have to get Dom started? Rile Dom up. He getting all excited about glory holes.
All right,
I'm not getting excited. You're from the glory hole days, man. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? You show me where they were on 12th Street and Avenue A over there.
How do you know about those places? I've never heard of those places before.
You know what? You
like
look right there. What are you talking about?
Nothing could be worse than I watched those dead mall videos where those guys go in abandoned buildings and abandoned malls and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he was in Baltimore and he decided to go into one of the peep show places. And if you've ever been to Baltimore, there's a block. There's places there. He went in there and was filming and had a black light, and it was like a murder scene. It was the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yes,
it's quite awful. You'd be amazed. People have
Yeah.
some accuracy and non-accuracy and velocity.
Shooting for distance, are they?
And some people don't, right, Styx? That's how we
Hey, try and trying. That's all I.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It's not the Dawn of the Dead Mall. That's Monroeville Mall, which is slightly opposite direction.
At the other side,
Far
towards
away.
Scranton.
No, it's right outside Pittsburgh. It's about 20 minutes outside Pittsburgh.
But I mean, it's going towards Scranton that way, going east, right?
Yeah. It's in Monroeville. So both this store and Monroeville Mall. If you ever go to Steel City Con is right next to Monroeville Mall.
Is that this weekend or next?
So if you happen to go to Steel City Con for any reason,
This weekend.
just know that you can go down less
go.
than a half a mile down the road, and
I want to go.
you are at Monroeville Mall. And I think they still have the museum in there for the Dawn of the Dead. But
I
you can
picked the
walk through,
wrong-
and the mall still looks very, very similar. So it is fun if you've never.
I picked the wrong weekend to go visit Max. I should have visited him this weekend. I didn't realize that Steel City Con was this weekend.
Steel City Con's a decent. It's a decent con. It's not a bad con. All right. This week, I decided to just create my own magazine instead of grabbing
Hey,
covers. So
Hey, Tyson, I'm sorry. Tyson, I'll tell you what. Just go on Brucifer, igobbledagherkin.com, and you'll find a bunch of pictures there.
What?
Oh, what a turkey!
Or you can head over to Dom's IG page. Snowballs are free.
Free snow cones.
That was whack.
I know it was whack. Even I know I was like,
I'm gonna move to Malibu Beach, shave my pussy, learn to surf.
Shave your pussy? Why are you gonna shave your pussy?
So I can surf faster.
that's how I felt about that interchange. So this week on Comic Now and Later, I figured I'd add a couple extra slides for some of the exclusives that came out at the con this week that caught my eye. So on the first slide, we have a Chitara. We got an Art Adams. There's a color version of this as well. But Art Adams con exclusives tend to do pretty good, and there's a lot of Art Adams fans out there.
she does like Beyonce.
There have been a lot of good Chitara covers, but this one's pretty nice. There's been some pretty bad ones too. So if you're an Art Adams fan and you like the Thundercats, it's a good cover to have. Mark Brooks did a series of these Hot Rod Girl for X-Men 1, which is a fantastic cover. There's trade dress versions of this as well, but the Virgin is quite sharp on the black background.
Is Lockheed wearing a Letterman's jacket?
I think he might be.
That's great. I like that.
But it's a good cover of some of the X-Girls in rockabilly glory. So it's a good one. It's a good one to pick up. There's also a Dan Panosian, which I can't pass up. So Godzilla. Here There Be Dragons #1. It's a fantastic Godzilla cover. I saw this in black and white. I saw this in black and white first when he showed the initial art that he was working on, but it looks really sharp.
This is pretty cool. It actually, when I first saw it, I thought of Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
But it looks like he painted it to look like it's painted on wood. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a really cool effect.
So apparently the Masters Universe toy line, their last slide was Turtles with the Thundercats. I mean, Masters Universe with Thundercats. So Masters Universe is going to be crossing over with Thundercats toy-wise of a toy line.
Well, they're crossing over with the Turtles, so it's not
Well,
surprising.
they called it the Turtles, but now they're going to have the Thundercats. They also had a comic, Thundercats, in the Masters Universe, but the toy line, that's awesome.
Nice. Some other ones that caught my eyes. This Micah Baroness for G.I. Joe 308 is quite nice. Baroness covers are always very collectible. And I haven't seen a really good Baroness cover in a while. And this is definitely one of them.
Just speaking about Baroness, anybody watches those AI things that they put on YouTube?
No.
Apparently they did a G.I. Joe and they had what's his face? Megan Fox as the Baroness.
Oh, I can't deal with those thumbs.
I'm waiting for you to
Those
post
toe
it on
thumbs kill
IG,
me.
Dom.
Those
happened?
toe thumbs kill me.
Huh? I said I'm waiting for you to post it on IG for me.
Okay.
But you won't see it because it'll be merged in between 17 other posts.
I'll have to find it.
The Lyrics had a nice Virgin variant for that Spider-Man Ghost Spider 1. I don't know. I dig these just white background pictures when the art of the character is good. It's pretty nice. It's a good one if you happen to bump into her as well to get signed as well. And this Berserker, this Fallen Empire pen and ink was just a badass cover. That it's an ultraviolet spot gloss Virgin variant, whatever the fuck that means. But it was a nice cover. I have some Berserker books. I fell off of it because they printed like 3 million of them for the first issue, and then I kind of fell off after that. But
Ultraviolet spot gloss.
Yeah.
Shine your blue light on it and see what.
I don't know what goes on with that, but it is an amazingly beautiful cover for pen and ink. And last on the stuff from SDCC that I liked, I did like the Hello Darkness one, the SDC 2024 previews, the foil Virgin variant. It was a good cover. Jay Lee also did a cover for Hello Darkness 1. And it's a foil variant, which is pretty sharp as well. I just like any of the EC homage style covers. And last but not least, I like the X-Men one, the Trinity Comics Ari Granoff cover, the Nightshade Virgin variant. So it was a good Magic on that cover.
Nice.
Magic's been hit or miss on some of those covers lately, but
yep,
it seemed to be a winner for me.
How limited is that San Diego preview foil?
I don't know. There's a regular one too, though. There's a regular one that either has a trade dress or is not foil as well.
Trade dress will run that.
Yeah, well, the trade dresses that they've been doing on Hello Darkness are small. I think I don't think it has it. If it does have a trade dress on it, it's just like this really small little.
The trade dress. Oh, it's well, the foil is limited to 500, I think it looks like.
That's probably, and the non-foil's probably 1,000. That seems to be the way they do it. They've just
it's 250 for the foil one, and 500 for the trade.
Yeah,
trade.
There's a couple up on for sale.
It's a good cover. It's a good cover. And looking into the future. We got the Zatanna cover, so the Zatanna Bring Down the House 5, the Oscar Vega variant.
Wow, her in a red outfit.
Yeah, I like that with the Burning Heart and Zatanna in red. It was nice, but I have a Zatanna problem, so I'm a little biased.
Would that be considered a red dress distress cover?
No, it's not really a dress. I'm not going to give that as a dress. That's a jacket.
She's not in distress.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's fire behind her, so
red jacket, not in distress.
She started that fire.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
she's smoking
in Joe's heart.
Yeah.
Aww.
Might have cranked out the fart in that position and just burned that heart right into that card. Next up on the list, the DC Horror Presents number 1, the Francavilla
it's a variant. homage to the movie Ben.
Yes.
You ever seen that movie?
The two of us will be as
I like Francavilla covers. I know his art can be a bit of an acquired taste, but I like when DC goes back to horror and we'll run a little series with horror stuff because they always tend to have great covers and pretty decent stories as well. And next up, Babs number 1, the Amanda Connor variant. This is a Garth Ennis book. So Garth Ennis writing barbarian style comics is good enough for me. It's from Ahoy Comics, so it's a small label, so it's not the easiest thing to probably find. So That's something to look out there for. I like Garth Ennis stuff, and
I like the sword.
This was definitely one of the best covers on there. And I love Amanda Connor. I like seeing her do stuff on indie stuff versus, DC and stuff like that. That's what we got for this week.
Nice.
I wanted to briefly bring up the Ringo nominees because I don't understand the Ringo nominees.
Okay.
I was a little thrown off and confused by the nominations this year. So for best cartoonist, writer, and artist, 66 Shark Teeth, who I'm not overly familiar with.
Wow.
Kay O'Neill, Ed Piskor made the list.
Piskor's
Jeff
good.
Smith and Jillian Tamaki. So I guess I don't know. I felt the same way about writers. Dan Abnett. I'm Brubaker, sure. Put Brubaker on everything. Because Brubaker can spit on a piece of paper and will read better than most stuff that other people are putting out. Tom King, Mariko Tamaki, and Kit Trace. I was surprised Tom Taylor wasn't on there. I was a little surprised with that list. It didn't do much for me.
Every time I think I know a little bit about comic books, I see a list like this, and I only recognize like 2 names off this list.
But you don't feel bad. I felt the same way as I was going through this, and I buy a lot of indie shit, and I was just like,
I'm surprised they put Ed Piskor on this list.
I'm not surprised that they did that. I think once things cooled down a little bit, people were more willing to come out and be like, yeah, he was good at what he did. What happened was extremely, extremely fucked up. And, I think people can go back to respecting his work as an artist, as a cartoonist and appreciate his work without getting shit on by certain subsectors of the industry.
It takes a lot to separate the artist and the art that he does.
Yeah. And you have best artist or penciler, inker team. Elsa Chartier is great. If you like Bruce Timm style stuff and stuff like that, and Darwin Cook style stuff, she is fantastic. And then the rest of the list outside of Sean Phillips, I was like, okay. Sean Phillips deserves everything he gets. The Zorro book is fantastic. Any of the Batman White Knight stuff is fantastic. So he always deserves a thumbs up. I don't care about letterer because other than Stan Sakai, I like seeing a shout out to Stan Sakai. I don't know anything about the different letterers because I never pay attention to who letters a book. In most cases, outside of Stan Sakai, because he letters.
You're not going to vote for Steven's cock?
No, I'm not going to vote for Steven's cock. But what? Even with colors, like I know Jordy Belair does a lot of stuff as well, but I'm going to go back after this and look through a handful of these and see if I can pull out some of their stuff. But what threw me off for cover artist, I was surprised. And Bruce, if you have something like Comic Geeks or open, pull up Colin Griffin because I didn't look him up. I'm not overly familiar with Colin Griffin, and I feel bad. We're on a comic show. I mean, I understand Lotte being on there. I love Lotte. I don't understand Dan Parent being up there because really, it's a lot of derivative Archie stuff on exclusives. Chris Samney's been doing a ton of work, and I do like his work as well. Sienkiewicz can always be up there, and that makes me happy. I was surprised to see Fiona. I don't know what else has Fiona done outside of Saga. I'm not sure, but I don't have a problem with Fiona being on there. Saga's back, so
just Colin do Department of Truth.
Who? Colin?
Yeah,
that's normally what's his face?
I'm trying to think off the top of my head.
Simmons does a lot of the covers.
He does a lot of them, yeah.
Let me see.
So I don't know. I was just surprised at this list for how much good. I was surprised Penosian wasn't on there because Penosian has had pretty good run. So it was
Well,
it was an interesting list. And for me, it was a list to go look up a few of these people and see what they've done, because that's what is nice about this hobby. You can stay in a little hole and love what you love, which is fine. But it's fun to expand and hear of a name here or an artist here or a writer here and discover different stuff. So it'd be interesting. So those are the nominations.
I don't see much. He looks like he did a Turtles, black and green covers. He did Grindizer.
Yeah, I don't know. The best cover artist one kind of threw me off a bit. Like some of those names made perfect sense to me. Sam Nee's gotten a lot of work this year, but I didn't understand Parent. I didn't understand Parent being on there.
He worked at DC on a few covers.
I love Archie.
Did a few covers for DC.
Yeah.
He did Radiant Black covers. The first.
Oh, there we go.
Radiant Black. Rat City.
All right. Well, there we go. Learn some new names. That's fun. Best series, Geiger was on there. Night Eaters, which I think I might have an issue that floating around somewhere, but I don't think so. Phantom Road, I know I have some of that I never got into. Rare Flavors seemed to be it got really pushed hard, but I don't know. Does anyone in chat actually read Rare Flavors? I know they were pushing that book hard from Boom when it came out, but I don't know of anybody that was reading them and really talking about it much. Sirens of the City, I'm happy to see there. That's decent. And I have no clue what Tower is.
Listen, is Night Eaters after midnight TV show? Night Eaters. Shut up, Brucifer. Come on.
And
I don't even know what he said. What do you say?
Sounds like something you'd watch on USA there, Tom.
Okay, there you go.
You know where he's going with this.
Where am I going with it?
Oh, the Night Eaters. I see it now.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right. I feel like I'm falling behind because Styxboy caught the cock, and now
I didn't catch anything.
You caught the cock.
I agree. It was a weird list. And even for a single story, it's like Animal Pound on there, Rare Flavors. Again, Rare Flavors seems to be an industry favorite, but I don't know many people that were buying it and reading it outside of it being pushed by Boom and industry people pushing it. Somna was great. It's nice to see Distillery get something up there.
I mean, a lot of this is.
I love that Star Trek is on there, but Star Wars is nowhere to be found.
No,
nah.
It ain't winning best story. I can tell you.
No.
Well, I was and that brings up. I mean, are these just independent accolades, and they're going to do mainstream?
Yeah, that's a good point.
accolades?
All these are indie. Image.
I mean, all these are independent.
Image is there.
You consider Image indie, I guess.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. If they do a Star Wars book,
I mean, as mainstream as Image is, it's still
yeah. No,
independent.
I don't disagree. Yeah, you're right.
So, I don't know. Not comic sale of the week, guys. I said we would do novelty bras. I could not find novelty bras. I don't know how you did this segment for so long, Jedi, because it's not easy.
I did all the easy ones. Now you're having to
Well, Don brought up bras last week. I was like, yeah, let's do novelty bras. And this is the only thing that I could find that was interesting was the Bowler's bra, the 1961 vintage Bowler's bra. Yeah. I love the art on it. I love that they still had the box for it. And it was kind of funny, so I kind of dug that as well. And it was only $30.
My Lady Bowler.
So,
hey, $30. Like $15.
$30. So I guess novelty bras aren't really.
It looks like an ample chest size. So if your lady has some ample chest cannons, hey, get her the Bowler bra.
I think you might have stumbled upon an untapped market here because it's 1961, only $30 for something. Yeah, man, that's
what I thought as well. And I kept trying to tweak my search, and I just wasn't finding anything good. So that's there. So I wasn't gonna leave you guys hanging with just one thing. So I did do cereal boxes this week.
There you go.
So I apparently, if you find this goddamn SpongeBob cereal box, pick it up, and
Holy shit!
That was on 22 bids. That was on
That's empty
22
box.
bids.
That's not even.
Empty.
Doesn't even have any cereal.
Yeah,
in
no,
it.
it's a flattened box. It's a flattened box. Apparently, they don't
ridiculous.
care that much about condition for some of
Got
this
the
stuff.
same corn seal as any other Kellogg cereal, so he just put another bag in there.
This was the SpongeBob SquarePants movie cereal box, because there are, I believe, other SpongeBob boxes as well. But this is specifically the one for the movie from 2004. And you know what we say all the time? We're getting old as shit. There's a younger generation of people in their 20s and 30s who have money now and are getting into collectibles, and they like their nostalgia as well. And some of this stuff.
When did that box end? The end of the day?
No, it ended.
I only asked because they did announce a new SpongeBob movie coming out.
Yeah,
that might be a rare box, all right, because there's probably not too many that don't have a hole cut in it.
Like the popcorn bucket.
I'm back, ladies and gentlemen.
Feed it in.
Now you can't unsee it now, can you, Bruce? Free? You can't unsee it.
I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at
it for Bruce. Just
I'm looking.
That's what Bruce thinks about all day, man. Come on, what are you talking about?
Look at it. Look at it.
Are you starting again?
Look at it. You know you like it.
Then there was this Kellogg's Pokemon Limited Foil Edition from 2000, vintage sealed cereal box that went for $200 on a best offer. I saw these kind of all over the place in price, but maybe because this one was sealed, somebody paid up for it, even though the top right corner smashed to shit. But people love their Pokemon as well. Yeah. It's another one of those nostalgia things for people that are a bit younger than us.
And it has a legendary Pokemon on the cover, so on the box, the bird, Aki, I forgot the name of it. So
Articuno or something like that.
Yeah, one of the 4 legendary birds.
Yeah.
And sticking with that same nostalgia theme, the 2002 Quaker Cap'n Christmas Crunch Jimmy Neutron Blast Berries.
Damn,
that was good.
Super rare, used. Another flat box. Apparently, that's how people send these. I mean, if you were in the UK, these would just be shipping containers.
They ship your comics in these things.
Yeah, but that sold for $849. Buy it now.
Jeez.
So apparently, there's some Jimmy Neutron fans out there. This. Like there's a lot of comics and stuff out there for a lot of these things. I know we've all seen Pony and My Little Pony and stuff like that. But
those kids that grew up on Jimmy Neutron are 30 years old now. So
yeah, a lot of these properties had comics that are out there. I mean, the SpongeBob comics do pretty well, but we always are thinking our 80s nostalgia of Thundercats and G.I. Joe and stuff like that. There's a whole nother line of stuff that frequently has comics associated with it as well. That
yeah, we can only judge by what we like and what we grew up with.
Yeah,
these kids, the new kids, the block here, so to say, they got a whole different stuff that they.
And that's why I had to throw in the last box for us.
Speaking of things we like,
the Mr. T cereal, because that's why I had to throw in T's picture above there as well. It was great. It's still going for $379 for a box of teas.
I'm just saying, Mr. T with a smile on his face is kind of creeping me out.
It is.
Just
but
like
still,
eat that cereal, fool.
Like,
what's funny? I have a box of cereal full, the old Star Wars boxes, full from the prequels.
Oh yeah.
And I have a Derek Jeter full box of cereal.
Woo.
That when Jeter had cereal, his own cereal.
And his own cereal?
Yeah.
Jeets.
Yeah.
Jeets.
Yeah.
Jeter's.
Jeter.
Hey, Charlotte.
Jeet Sweets.
And today, a cereal box protector.
Yeah, and like I said, most of these all sell as crushed as closed boxes. So if you see stuff, flea markets, stuff like that.
It's got to kill Dom that he's taking such good care of those Star Wars.
Yeah.
And
you could have taken the cereal out, folded those fucking boxes, and You could have slid them on a bookshelf and they would have been fine. They would have taken up this much space.
Yep.
Because apparently people don't give a shit whether it's.
He's treated it with such love and care over the years, and then SpongeBob gets $1,000.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. Yo, it's like the Catch You Outside girl made what, $57 million last year? What was it, $27 million?
50 over the past 3 years. $57 million.
$57 million. And that,
Catch me outside. How about that?
and that dumb little prick friggin' Ryan's Toys, $37 million.
You still talking about Ryan's Toys?
Piece
We're
of
talking
shit.
about Ryan's Toys for like a year.
Yeah, I keep talking about that little prick.
What's wrong with you?
Poor kid.
Yeah, he didn't do anything to you.
He just wants to play with his Legos and make money. Be quiet.
He's being exploited, that kid, man. Piece of shit.
Been exploited.
That's what. Well, I mean, that's what you have to expect with those
That's
things.
what parents are for.
When that amount of money is in there.
That's what parents are for. You can exploit your kid, exploit him.
That's our not comic sales of the week.
The week.
Styx, you're up.
You did a good job, Joe. No, that was good, man.
I've been trying. It's been hard, man.
Oh
It's been
yeah, I like
hard.
that one.
No, now we're back to
Pulling out salt and pepper shakers.
Your favorite
all
game,
kinds
Jedi.
of
Don't
crazy
worry.
stuff.
I
We
forgot
did
about
telephones. It's
I forgot about this shit right here.
All right.
This one snuck up on me.
Oh, you
came
got
in the right
control.
time.
There you go, Styx.
Yeah, I can move it here from my computer.
Okay.
So this week it's Name That Second Appearance. You got a series of books, all multiple choice, no true or false this week.
Wait, are these going to be characters that we know? Or are you going to be like Asparagus Man or some bullshit like that?
Asparagus.
I would never choose Asparagus Man. I don't eat vegetables. So.
No, you got the Pasta Azul sisters.
Yeah, the Glumpke brothers. You know.
Yeah,
All right, here we go.
Jedi right now.
I'm fucking
All right, here we go.
I'm fucking dying.
I'm getting there.
All right. More Fun Comics, number 102 from DC, 1945. What character has their second appearance in this book? Is it Green Arrow? Is it Captain Atom? Is it Superboy? Or is it Lady Liberty?
D.
Green Arrow.
This, so I will make no comments.
What we got? Anybody going in the chat? I can't see the chat.
I think
Kind of
we
quiet
can-
over there. Okay. So I will tell you that the first appearance of this character is the issue before. And it is Superboy.
Okay.
You get a little Superboy in there.
Yeah.
Bruce, for how you not know that?
Yeah, Mr. DC.
Yeah, you're DC. You're like, you might have lost for words.
Justice League of America number 65, DC Comics 1968. What is the character that is the second appearance in this book?
Lionel Luther?
Is it Metamorpho? Is it Desaad? Is it Lionel Luthor? Or is it Starro?
D. Starro.
Yeah, I'm going to say Starro. He's the only one I know Metamorpho. I don't know the other two. I'm going to say Starro.
Lionel's Lex's dad.
Yeah, Lionel is Lex Luthor is dead.
Yep.
Are you opting out, Bruce? I haven't heard you say anything.
I'm going to D. Starro.
Maybe he's boycotting it now. Fuck that.
I am boycotting. Was it Metamorpho? I don't know.
It was
Starro.
There you
It
go.
was Starro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great panel.
Yeah, it is a great panel. All right. Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Man, number 90, Marvel, 1984. What is this issue? What is contained as a second appearance in this issue? Oh my God! If I can say it, is it the second appearance of the black costume?
Yes.
Is it the second appearance of the Pink Panther Diamond? Is it the second appearance of Felicia in her costume? Or is it the second appearance of Peter's landlord?
Where's my rent?
Where's my rent, Peter?
A.
I'm pretty sure it's not D because I think Styx got tired and just put everything lowercase for D. So
Yeah, he didn't even capitalize it.
Oh, I didn't.
Try.
All right.
all right.
Yes, it is second appearance of the black costume. It came out the same week as the issue 108. What is it?
Was it the Marvel team up?
Marvel Team Up 108. It came out the same week.
Yeah.
So, but they say this was this. For some reason, they said according to Key Collector, this is a second appearance. So I don't know if they consider them both second appearances or. I didn't really look it up. So
It's a good Black Cat book.
Yeah, it's a great black cat cover. All right, Uncanny X-Men number 130, 1980.
Disco Hustler. Please be Disco Hustler.
Is it A,
Crossed.
Disco Hustler? Was it B, the second appearance of Dazzler? C, the second appearance of Kitty Pryde? Or D, the second appearance of Dark Phoenix?
I think it's the first appearance of Taylor Swift.
Isn't that the first appearance of Dazzler?
It's the first appearance of Dazzler, second appearance of Kitty Pryde.
Okay, there we go. All right.
Maybe.
Brewster knows more about Marvel than DC.
Maybe.
Shocking. As much as I want it to be Disco Hustler, I'll go with Kitty Pryde.
Disco Hustler is an actual character, by the way.
I'm so happy to hear that.
He's getting a movie.
Probably. Yes, that's C, Kitty Pryde. There's a couple panels in here from that book.
Love the art in that run.
All right. And finally, Star Wars number 43.
Lando Calrissian.
What character is this the second appearance of? Is it the second appearance of Lando Calrissian, Yoda, Bosk, or the second appearance of Boba Fett?
D. Boba Fett.
Too easy.
Come on,
Dom, I put this one in for you, Dom.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Second appearance of D's nuts in Dom's mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, Boba Fett.
And D, Boba Fett is your answer. There's a great panel right there.
Thank you, Styx.
Thank you so much for playing.
Thank you, Styx,
What
for
the
making
hell?
this game worthwhile. And thank you, Dick Crucifer, for making this game worthwhile.
A fire broke out at Comic.
Another fire? Another fire?
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Keep burning their toast.
Already one.
Those fat people are getting more exercise than they've had in years.
Let me see if I can.
That's what I said.
I read your
about today was how many large carriaged people were trying to quickly make their way out of that building.
I know. The reason I said I read your chat earlier. That's why I said that.
It's that has to be something to watch because I can't imagine that being orderly in any way, shape, or form.
In fact, just replay.
How many comics are going to end up missing?
Oh yeah, that's true. I wonder if it's a diversion.
Where's this?
That's a fire truck.
Yeah, it happened during the Penguin panel.
No, when DC was on.
Yep.
Great.
I agree. I agree, Cosmic. At least nobody's shit on the floor yet. So that's one step above New York.
Ew.
When you have all that thigh friction going,
Yeah. There's gonna be.
it's bound to be a spark.
Is the weather reasonable out there this week? I didn't even see what the weather was like out there. I know the heat waves.
San Diego usually has nice weather.
Yeah.
San Diego probably has nicer weather.
They're right on the bay, so they're all right.
San Diego has, was it like 75 degrees in the morning and like 60-something degrees at night? The perfect weather. I would love to live there.
Yeah, the weather there's great.
That's all you're gonna hear. It's gonna sound like a bunch of corduroy jeans running out of that place.
Yeah.
Be careful. Those fat people running out the food court.
By the way, the final meme, I guess JJ posted is the final little. I'm teasing the crowd. I'm teasing the chat because they won't be able to see this unless. But the final thing that JJ posted, I can't minimize my screen. I should, but I just can't minimize my screen.
Now I gotta look at it. Yeah, it's and I guarantee you, there's probably one person still sitting in the food court eating nachos while everyone's running out. because you can't waste those $10 nachos or $20 nachos.
Oh, I ain't moving.
Taking those with me.
Oh my, good times. So this week's spotlight, instead of spotlighting somebody, I figured we'd take some big boy books, some big major keys, and look at some other options. I know when I was starting to look at some bigger books and stuff like that, especially if it was a character you liked, I just kind of started small along the fringes. You look for second appearances, you look for some other keys for that character and stuff like that, or other books that tend to hold their value. So I'm just going to go through 6 characters tonight and take a little look. So, of course, first we will start with Zatanna. And if you can't score Hawkman 4, which truthfully, as a first appearance in the Guts, it's a great first appearance. You don't get her at all on the cover of Hawkman 4, unfortunately. So
it doesn't count if she's not on the cover.
Price wise for this book, it does, because this carries a super higher premium over any of the other Silver Age Zatanna appearances. But if you wanted to get into it, Adam 19 is where you get her on the first cover. It's the second appearance of Zatanna. You get her on the cover, even though she looks a little homely on that cover, in Adam 19, which is a good book to find in a nice 6 or 7. It looks sharp in around that grade. You can get them raw for reasonable prices. A 6 or 7 might cost a couple $100, but that's far better than the, if you wanted a 6 in Hawkman, you're probably going to pay about $700 now, $750. So,
well, there's a 9.0 Mexican for $3,800 up.
I'm not talking about Mexican books. It gets too confusing. You start throwing foreigns in there.
So is this like second, third, and fourth appearance from left to right?
In this case, this is second and third appearance in the Green Lantern 42. And then you have it's close to her fourth appearance in Justice League 51. Justice League 51, though, to me is the first good Zatanna cover that's out there.
Yeah, it is the best cover.
It always looks sharp. I have a handful of raw copies of this. I've been waiting to try to find a decent graded copy of this, or find a raw that's good enough to actually submit. But all 3 of these are good books that are gettable. So if you're a Zatanna fan, you can kind of start backwards. You could pick up a beat up Justice League of America 51 for $20-$25. Same with the Green Lantern 42. Find it for a reasonable copy. It might be a little beat up for 30 or 40 raw. The Atom gets a little more expensive just because it's her second appearance and her first cover appearance, but it is still raw, very, very reasonable book to get. And then if you want to get out of the Silver Age stuff and get some more modern keys and bronze keys, that DC Superstars of Magic book is a fantastic book. The 9.8 still goes for a good amount of money. It's $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 because 9.8s are very hard to find in this book. Most of these are pretty beat up, but if you're looking for a raw copy to add to the personal collection, you can find some decent copies out there for very reasonable. The Zatanna Boland, the 1 in 10, people always think about the Hughes covers in the Zatanna run, but the beginning of the run did have ratio covers with Brian Boland art, and they always go for a nice premium. And they're books that have pretty steadily held their value over the years. And of course, the Hughes book, you could take your pick, 15 or 16. 16, I like the cover on 15 better, but to me, 16 is a better buy because it's the last book in a run, and last books always seem to hold a little extra cachet as well. They're all great covers, but they're books you can get in on. And like I said, I worked my way to Hawkman 4 backwards. Some people like to go the other way. And I know having a book, no matter how bad the grade of the original key, is going to be better than having any of these other books, but sometimes it's fun to work backwards and start with some of the other books and then work your way to the big boy book when it hits. Also, with the big boy books, it takes patience. Sometimes with the big boy books, you want to wait a couple months, 6 months, a year, whatever, looking for that price to soften a little bit or find a good deal somewhere. Mm-hmm. Next on the list, little X23. Of course, that NYX3 is jumping up now. So if you don't feel like going out and paying, $1,300 for a book, even the raws, people sell raws in good condition for $500 or $600 of this book. You can always go to the NYX4 cover, which is for second appearance. Just on the cover, it's also a good cover. That book always holds some value as well. I did throw the Delato X23-1 variant in there. That's pretty much as expensive as NYX3, but it is one of those books that if you're an X23 collector, that's a good big boy book to have.
They have that book, the Mexican foil of that book.
Yeah, they a lot of these they end up loving to do the Mexican foil in them. The all new Wolverine 1. This black and white variant seems to do pretty well. 9/8 of those always seem to hold up value, as does the all new Wolverine 1, the hip hop variant as well. GMX. Both of those hold up pretty well, and they're books that sometimes you can find a lot. The all new Wolverine, the black and white one, was local comic book shop day variant. If you can find it, not a bad book to have. Again, except for the Delato, some of these other ones you can find raw, sometimes a little more reasonable. Always look at your books, the raw books, make sure that you're not paying graded prices for a raw book, or looking at a really nice looking raw copy that's reasonable.
Do your research.
And not passing that up as well. So,
do your research.
Next on our list, got Batgirl.
Yay.
If you can't go for her first appearance, which can get pretty pricey with the various shades of purple on that cover that you'll find with every copy you see, there are some other options. I think this was 363, her with the blindfold there. That is her second appearance. Some of these Silver Age appearances are pretty reasonable. 363, the second appearance, can be a little bit pricey here and there, but still not a bad book.
Running her stacking.
Yeah. 371 is, I think, her third appearance as well. So, and that Batman as well is one of her very early appearances. So there's a few good Silver Age books out there. If you can't shell out for the big boy book, that you can find raw in a lot of cases or at a lower grade for pretty reasonable prices. If you want to get into the more modern things, the Batgirl run, that steampunk variant on Batgirl 28 is
I hate that
always,
book. I want it.
It's always a pricey book. Not crazy, but it's a $300 book.
You say you hate this cover, but you want it, Brucifer?
No, I hate this book because I don't have it.
Oh,
I want it.
A lot of those steampunk variants from this time, because the Wonder Woman one as well, that was a
Superman, Wonder Woman one. That's expensive too.
There's some good ones. So again, I tried to find some books that tend to hold their value a bit and don't do real crazy fluctuations. The Batgirl Adventures, if you're a Bruce Timm fan, this is a book that always sells. It's a book that you can have on a wall at any time. It's a wall book. And in a high grade is still a nice $300 book, if not higher in the higher grades. And last but not least, this Middleton variant on Batgirl still sells quite well, and you can get raws for $20 to $40. But graded, this book still sells for like $125 or so, graded, in good shape, and it's a good iconic Batgirl cover as well. And it's been homaged already as well, so it has that going for it. So, every time you see homages, people remember the original and look for the original. So it pushes a little volume around as well. Cool. Can't afford a giant size X-Men. I can't.
Okay.
So some other options of this uncanny launch here. X-Men 94, of course. Yeah, Bruce will win all of these. He's won all but like 3 in a Raz. Oh, AOA.
I haven't won in like 2 weeks.
I say, is X-Men 94?
She learned to walk again, for God's sakes. Give her a break.
Are those books even affordable? Those books are like
no,
94 is
pretty high.
They're high, but they're lower. But they're lower than.
Oh yeah, sure, lower than Giant X.
The big boy. Yeah. So some of these, the Foom 10 is always my wild card out there. That's literally one of the earliest appearances of that team lineup for Uncanny. It's magazine size. They're always beat up, and they're very hard to find. I like X-Men 100 as a nice middle book. Because you got pretty much the whole team there lining up. It's nice iconic cover. Yeah, like I said, 94 used to be the book. I remember when I was a kid growing up, 94 was the book, not necessarily giant size X-Men. Everyone was chasing 94, and then at some point it kind of swapped, and people have kind of landed on giant size. But 94, again, still a pricey book. The Foom can get a little pricey. X-Men 100 you can still find reasonably priced, especially in like a decent raw copy as well.
Yeah. You get that for like 100, 120 bucks.
This was one of those if you can't, but you should, because there's no reason not to pick up Avengers Annual 10 because it's still dirt cheap. It's the shittiest cover of a first appearance ever. But first Rogue.
Technically, she's on the cover.
Technically. I mean, I wasn't gonna zoom in. She's
the question mark. That's her. Another question.
Yeah, it's right there. See. So yeah, it's still a very, like I said, you can get this book for $40-$50 in really nice shape raw if you want. For some reason, the newsstand seems to do a little bit better than the direct on this, which makes no sense for the time that it came out, but so is the way of the world. But again, this was one that was very attainable as a first. But if you wanted some other options, her second appearance, if you wanted to pick it up, because this is dirt cheap, is that Rom
Space Knight.
Yeah,
Rom.
And she's on the cover more prominently with her 50-year-old woman hair that she had.
Rom Marvel Legends. They made a new figure of Rom coming out.
They've been pushing Rom a little bit here and there lately.
They just did the trade paperback.
Yeah.
But again, people expect X books, but her second appearance is in ROM. So if you're digging somewhere and you find that, again, still a very cheap book. And I like second appearances. I know they don't cover and they don't carry the cachet of a first appearance and don't hold nearly the type of value, but a lot of them are still really cheap. This is one of them. Just for Lopez out there, I decided to throw a Dodderman cover out there because this Dodderman cover of Excalibur 18, the 1 in 50 Rogue cover. I love all these Dodderman covers, but the Rogue one still sells exceptionally well and still held value for as long as it's been out. It's been a few years now since this has been out. It's still doing pretty well. And then the kind of the dark horse in this one is the X-Men 24, the Kiss with Rogue and Gambit. That book still holds pretty well after all these years. People still like the book. So, and that's one you can find cheap out there sometimes.
So is that the second appearance of Gambit getting second base?
Yeah.
Second base.
Actually, a lot of good toys came out.
It's when he rubbed his beignets on Rogue.
There you go.
What is wrong with you?
Yeah, that was good. I like that one.
I've been trying to find that in a high quality newsstand for so long. That Kiss cover.
So I figured I'd just throw a real wild card in here with Joker, because guess what? None of us are buying Batman 1 anytime soon.
I'm getting it tomorrow.
That is a big boy book. So, if you wanted some decent Joker books to fool around with, Joker's Boners, the Joker's Boner book is my favorite of that era of Joker. It is the most hilarious book. I will show you the panel.
It's Dom's favorite too.
If you don't know what I'm talking about in terms of Joker's Boners, I will show you on the next page what I'm talking about. But it is fantastic. It's a hilarious cover, and it's an iconic cover that always does well and will always hold value. You got your Neil Adams Batman, always a winner there as well. That's an iconic Joker cover. Again, not a cheap book, but still gettable. There's a lot.
Is that considered Joker's first Silver Age appearance?
No, because once you're in 20 cents, you're in. This would have been beginning of Copper, very early Copper, with 20 centers, and then you got the Joker miniseries as well. The Joker miniseries that book still holds up. I mean, it's not a bad book to have if you're a Joker fan.
No Joker's Boner for you.
And in case you're wondering about Joker's Boner, there's the panel. If you're not familiar with what the term boner meant back then, it was kind of like a fuck up. But it reads very differently now. So they laugh at my boner, will they? Yeah. I'll show them how many boners the Joker can make. It's a fantastic phrase, and Gotham City will rue the day it mentioned the word boner. So, and I also like that he is slamming the newspaper that says "Chortle at Joker's Boner." So it's a fantastic book. And if you want to get into some more modern stuff, Batman Killing Joke, which you can just kind of also put in for Batgirl as well if you really wanted to. If you talk about Babs. There's 8 million copies of that book.
I was gonna say, like,
you can find that book. It's an iconic book. But if you're just starting out collecting and you want to get some decent Joker books, that's definitely one. So is that Detective 880 is just an iconic. Jock cover is iconic. It always does well. That's another book that you'll see on walls all the time. And then as my little curveball in there, I could have put the the Batgirl or Batman Adventures 12 on there. Yeah, there were things I could go for, but this Batman Adventures, the wedding with him and Harley on the cover, Batman Adventures 16, does exceptionally well. And there is a newsstand of this. If you happen to come across the newsstand, I would grab that up because you can get probably about 3 times the price for this book if it is a newsstand. But it's just a good cover as well. I couldn't pass up some of the Batman Adventure stuff with him. And that's what we got for today.
Yay!
Yeah, it's nice to see some other books out there. Like I said, when I first started collecting stuff, I was like, I have money now. It's easy to want to go out and buy those, try to buy a big boy book, but sometimes it's fun to just slowly work your way back to the big boy book and kind of build out the collection if it's a character you really like. So.
Yeah. Time for some news. Yay. I get to choose the topics.
You gotta pull up the news there, Chief. That's my news. You gotta pull up yours.
I thought that was yours. Oh, not mine. There we go. Where's my producer of the show? So first up,
we do shit ourselves here.
Wait, you want a copy boy too?
Yes, I do. The new DC logo has been revealed and will be used from October in comics. They're bringing back the bullet point DC logo for comics and DC Studios upcoming projects.
Good.
I'm so happy this is back. I love this logo.
It is a good logo. I know they change it all the time, but
It really brings out the dumb comic DC logo. Nice. Okay.
You know, maybe if you pick up a book and they won't be dumb. Just saying. Maybe you open a book and read.
Fucking outrageous.
You know,
I'm happy they brought back the bullet. It's nice. I mean, it's just a logo, but that was my favorite DC logo.
Same. I hope they come out with a lot of merch with this logo on it. I would totally get a T-shirt and a hat.
Yeah,
and
you will.
Freaking wallet.
You will whore for them with their logo.
Yes, I will. I will be a whore for this logo. I will be James Gunn's whore for this logo.
Yeah, no, not me. But it'll be fun seeing it back on comic books.
I this is a good thing.
Yeah. Bruce is real aware of that DC logo. Dick, come. Dick, come.
Anyway, moving on from that bad joke.
I don't know shit about fuck.
Deadpool is dead. Long live Deadpool. Get your first look at Wade's daughter Ellie taking up the mantle in 2 new covers, and follow her new mission in Deadpool 7 by writers Cody Ziegler and Alex Quasarano, with art by Andrea De Vito this November. They're killing you off Deadpool, guys. Killing you off Deadpool.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I have to get a daughter of Deadpool, and they gave fucking Gwenpool pants. I don't know what this world is fucking coming to.
You kill off a character, bring back the female version.
Is that Taskmaster back there behind her?
Yeah, Taskmaster, there's Dogpool back there.
This thing will sell like hotcakes because that's the way Marvel fans are. They'll buy it up.
It does or it doesn't, because you're going to get Spider-Girl too.
Yeah, Spider-Girl's coming.
Yep.
Yeah.
Spider-Boy
wasn't good enough.
Spider adolescent, Spider toddler, Spider this, Spider that, Spider corpse.
Yeah, we got Spider Baby in the cartoon.
They haven't created enough Spider characters yet, so
many more Spider characters, more Deadpool characters.
Yeah. Inundate us, Marvel. You already started.
I refuse to buy into this hype.
Yeah, this is not on my radar.
No. You'll be. I get. When's this supposed to come out?
November.
I guarantee you, in November we'll be doing pickups, and Bruce will be like, "Here's a 1 in 25 Deadpool." With
only as Villalobos is doing the cover.
I love the way Styx said this is not on his radar. Like the world doesn't care because it's not on my radar. I'm not going to be talking about this.
Wow, I can't believe
she's not as hardest.
You just stole content from Marco, not on the radar. Jesus Christ, Styx.
There you go.
You're gonna be getting a phone call tomorrow.
You're gonna get a sternly misspelled letter tomorrow.
You're gonna cut your wages.
Listen, Marco's a marked man. Don't worry about it. He's got people people selling his merchandise with his face on it. Don't worry about it.
What?
Oh, you're lucky at Dick Sprang. That's awesome.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know either. Save that for tomorrow's show. Next up, the Boys prequel series Fort Rising, starring Jensen Ackles and Aya Cash, ordered by Prime Video. Let's go, Soldier Boy!
I don't know the need for this. I love Jensen Ackles. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you know,
was he in last season?
Yes. Not in this current season. He was in.
He's coming back for season 5 also.
And he was.
I don't know if you guys talk about.
At the end.
Yeah, I can say I don't know if you guys talk about the boys on here or not, but because I don't watch the show and I'm not on it, but I'm just saying that the boys.
Thanks, Jedi.
Yeah, Marco.
Be on whenever
that's another Marco. That's another Marco tribute.
Homage and Marco.
Yeah. No, I was more excited about. Actually, I'd forgotten that last week was the finale, and I was like super hyped to watch it this week. And I'm like, oh shit, it's over. But no, I was more excited that they introduced the characters from the spinoff than
I love the spinoff. I thought the spinoff was really good.
I was more excited about that because they introduced like the evil characters from the spinoff at the end of the finale than showing us Soldier Boy again. I was
He
like,
was cool in Gen V when he had when he showed up. He's funny. Hey, listen, if they do it the same way like that, then it'd be good.
I wasn't a huge fan of this season of The Boys.
So we got Boys season 5 coming. We have The Boys Mexico. We have Gen V season 2, and we have Hot Rising coming.
I wish they would stick more in their own universe than try to pepper in things in our universe.
I was gonna say, is this gonna?
I lose it from the story.
Is this gonna be an Ennis? Is this an Ennis writing this, or is this just like they're just totally going off the Ennis?
I don't think Ennis is written. I think they're just gonna do their own thing.
Yeah, okay.
They're gonna send this 7 different directions.
Ennis just has a knack for like the totally crazy.
Yeah, and I love Ennis and I love his writing. But yeah, they are gonna just.
Ooh.
They're going to grind the bones into dust of this IP at Amazon.
Well, I don't know if did I add it to slides? No. This season, actually, no. The season the viewership is up 20% over last season. So more people are watching this season than the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, this season just didn't do it for me. I still watched it and enjoyed it overall, but it's been my least favorite of the season so far. Yeah,
Next up,
I'm sure he probably is pretty hands off with these shows. To
no hero-gasm, yeah. no exploding people's anus open.
What?
That was remember. Have you not watched the show?
Yeah.
Hey, what exploding anus? Did I miss that episode?
That might have been in Gen V. Remember when she crawled up that guy's butt and exploded?
Listen, that's Bruce's superpower. They get small.
Oh my God! I'm in your mouth again tonight. That's like the 4th time I've been in your mouth.
Oh, that's definitely going to get clipped for SNS right there, Bruce.
I know.
That's the 4th time.
Moving on. Deadpool movie has already passed 100 million worldwide. That was just with previews.
Well, what was the estimate? What, 360 was worldwide estimate?
I think they may have brought it back down to like 270, 280.
That's a big brought down from 360, but 360 was pretty big number to mention early. But I mean, it's going to do well. It's going to be 200 plus, which is better than most things have been doing. So, it's a movie that a lot of people are going to go see multiple times.
Yeah, my son's my son in Tennessee said he's seeing it for the 2nd time tonight. He's watching it twice in one night, but I don't think that's necessarily because it's a great movie. I think he had a friend just wanted to see it so he's like, okay, I'll go with you again.
Yeah, like I said a couple of weeks ago to a month ago, regardless of how mediocre or bad this movie is, it will make over $1 billion and people will praise it to high heavens.
Wasn't Ryan was on one of the talk shows hyping this thing up. He said there will not be a number 4. I don't know how true that is, but
you can say that, and then
I can say money has a way of changing people's
6
attitude.
months down the road,
But he also didn't say the character's going away either, so they can always do something that's not a Deadpool 4 and still be a Deadpool movie.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing I will say, one complaint people have had with the Marvel movies over the last couple of years is the jokes, and it's not serious. Throwing Deadpool in with a lot of these characters is going to make a lot of these movies more comedic.
But I don't think they're going to necessarily throw him in. Like if they do a serious X-Men movie, I don't think they're just going to throw Deadpool in to make a dick joke. And
who's complaining because the movies are not serious? I don't like them when they're serious.
Well, the the criticism for Love and Thunder, the criticism for the Marvels.
I
was
like
about
Love and
this.
Thunder.
Well, Love and Thunder.
Well, you like
and
really?
Marvel.
I like Love and Thunder. I mean, I didn't hate it.
Type of thing in those movies, not just the jokes. That's why they didn't.
Yeah, but the jokes are all interior jokes. It's not like Joe said, they're not dick jokes. They're not.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like the comedy, the way the comedy's taking over Marvel movies.
I love that.
That was the thing.
I love that. Guardians of the Galaxy has always been my favorite because it's funny. The Thor movies, with the exception of the second one, I like because they're funny.
Yeah.
They make all the serious characters funny. Like Spider-Man is supposed to be funny. Deadpool is supposed to be funny. You have these characters that are actually supposed to, but then you have guys that are supposed to be more serious, cracking jokes. And Marvel have a habit of doing that. All their movies, all their characters have these jokes. So it kind of gets to a point where it's like,
see, we got one person on the panel right there that agrees with that. Too many jokes in Marvel movies.
I don't mind it. The movies all just kind of felt the same after a while.
People who love this hate She-Hulk. I like She-Hulk. I don't know.
I fucking hated She-Hulk. I still hate She-Hulk with a passion.
Yeah,
I remember Dom and I used to review She-Hulk way back in the day when it was just him and me. I think we both like She-Hulk, if I'm not mistaken, Dom.
Dom hates it now.
Unless you've changed your mind.
Listen, I hated.
Here we go.
In fact, no. I hated the fact that they made Hulk a fucking wimp, man. Come on, man.
I hated the fact that she's supposed to be like this top line lawyer, and all she did the whole movie was be a shit lawyer.
Come on, you criticizing the law and
yes. It takes me out of the story when you're hired as a divorce attorney and you work for the opposite side during negotiations. Yes, that takes me out of the out of the show. Hey
Joe, listen, she was also a slutty lawyer too, because all she wanted to do was get him.
Maybe that's why I liked it so much. She was always horny.
She liked the Easter eggs in it. It was funny, but the whole fact is that fitting, still Marvel TV shows, they have to do better. The TV shows, period. Disney has to do better when it comes to the shows. Put more money into it and make it much more spectacular.
Here's a warning. There's a lot of dick grabbing in this movie.
I didn't know Dick Grayson was in this movie.
I expected it to be violence and crude humor and no nudity.
Right.
So that's not necessarily in my wheelhouse, but I'm up for a fun movie. And
like Degrassi said, Wolverine 4. This should have been called Wolverine 4.
I just don't. As long as I can, and I've seen it in the trailers already. That dog is the ugliest fucking dog I've ever seen. I may not be able to. I may have to close my eyes when the dog's on the screen. That dog is ugly. That dog makes me want to throw up a little bit. He's so ugly.
Oh man!
I almost threw up during the movie doing one scene with that dog.
Oh, when he's kissing it, yeah.
Like I said,
just a dog.
I'm never going to complain about a jokey movie if you're going to see a Deadpool movie.
It's not just a dog, Styx.
That's what it is.
Come on.
It's a fucking dog.
Come on.
Who makes out with their dogs? Who makes out with dogs?
No.
I never understood people that kiss their animals in their mouth.
That's disgusting. I don't mind. I have a dog and I love my dog. She's not. But I don't mind, dog want to lick your face, but that's not happening. That's no.
If you're tongue kissing your dog, there's something wrong.
Maybe it's a French poodle. What do you know?
And they lick their ass like all the others. I don't like.
Yep.
All right, moving on. The Alkali creator Leslie Headland confirms Darth Plagueis is Cormier's master.
Dumbest stupid shit to do. It's so fucking stupid.
Actually,
keep your fucking mouth closed.
What's stupid about it? We all knew that it was his master, except Marco.
Yeah, but
you've just number one. You don't have a second season yet, and I know we say they'll be renewed, but you don't have a second season necessarily written yet. So why pigeonhole yourself into that plot point now? Maybe you want to decide oh, well, this played better than this played better, and maybe we want to go a different route. Now you're stuck with that's his master. Now you're going to have to expect something. And you know how great Star Wars is with setting expectations for people and then being severely disappointed.
Well, you know what? Listen, at least something that I did say that denied yet again, but actually he definitely hey, Bruce, you didn't even say that. Come on, man. You don't fucking say.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What did you say?
Well, I told Michael that freaking goddamn Plagueis was quite me as master. He goes, no, it's not. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like he's always saying no. But then Bruce, I liked
that they left it open ended.
He said 6 times over.
It should have left it open ended.
It left you thinking: is he?
He is the master.
Searching and collecting.
No. How is he in the cave, just hiding there? And quite me don't know.
He's a Sith master.
Come on, man.
He's master.
They're making books and comics, so you're going to see.
And you don't think he creeped up on people when he was looking for?
He doesn't trust his. He doesn't trust his Padawan. He's got to like sneak around and like make sure he's like following orders.
Well, I don't think he knew he was there because I don't think. I'm talking about what's his nuts?
Palpatine did the same thing to Vader. He was always on Vader's ass, checking up on him.
He wasn't peeking at him from the shadows.
No, but the fact is that he
was in the dark side to check him out, check out.
How are you going to be in a place in a thing not knowing that he's there? He knew he was there. It's just that he hides in the shadows. Freaking OSHA didn't know he was there.
We have a slide that ties into this whole Star Wars Alkali thing next. So, 2 prequel books for the Alkali have been announced. A Yord and Jackie novel releasing in July.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
And a novel set 2 years before the show that seamlessly follows Vanessa Rowe and Massa Indara. So, they're putting out all this merch. They're creating this whole Alkali universe. So, I'm with Dom. 2nd season is coming. So, that's why I think she said that about her.
Yep. But it's not going to come anytime soon. You'll probably have to wait 4 or 5 years, probably easy.
No,
4 or 5 years.
Season 2?
Yeah.
No, come on,
no
4 or 5 years.
Dude, listen,
people are going to forget about it in 4 or 5 years. No way.
All they have right now,
I'll be 250 by that time.
All they have right now that's is solidified is Andor season 2 and Ahsoka season 2. After that, nothing. Movies. That's it. So they're going to be put their concentration in the movies. This ain't
when is D23?
Well, then just don't do it then. Just don't do it.
At least
fucking 5 years.
Next month or the beginning of September.
At least that one's a YA novel. Because I do like when Star Wars does that. I like that Star Wars tries to hit all the different demographics. They'll do a kids thing. They'll do a young adult thing. They'll do an adult thing to try to hit the different audiences. And you get different little bits and pieces out of all of them.
If we're going to get an Acolyte season 2, it'll be before 2026.
No, it's not. Nope.
It's not going to be 5 years, Dom. It's not going to be 5 years.
5 years. Because listen,
I don't think that long, Dom.
You're going to hear it. They're going to mention it in Figure Star Wars Celebration next year. They'll mention it. It's not in the works anytime soon. Think about this. If you got Andor season 2 coming out,
right? It's already done.
Ahsoka season 2, possibly the end of next year. If you're lucky, going into 2020.
It starts filming in September.
Well, if it starts filming in September, you'll have it at the end of next year. That's
right.
It's going to be like in December of next year. Okay. After that, you're going into 2020.
It takes them 6 months. It takes them 6 months to film it.
2026 already. It's going to be 2026. You got the Grogu movie coming out. That's coming out. After that, you're working on probably the Grand Admiral Thrawn movie. You got the Rey movie coming out.
Those guys are already in the system at this time.
So these people can't walk and chew gum at the same time. They can only work on one thing at a time.
I tell you what, it's going to be either 4 or 5 years. You'll see season 2 of this.
If by 26, it'll be done.
They could be. We don't know. They could be writing a script right now and working on it.
The Grassy D23. They're not going to mention any Star Wars D23. It's Star Wars Celebration D23.
Well, I think he said he had an outline for what he wanted for.
Well, for the Marvel games. So
that doesn't take much to extrapolate into it.
No.
Hey, look.
Can we go ahead, Don?
No, I'm just saying. Look. Yeah, they can look. The Ahsoka season 2 was mentioned 3 months after the Ahsoka series came out. Who knows? Maybe they'll mention it then, but I still don't have a feeling. come out anytime soon.
That just ended not too long ago, Dom. I mean, it's not like it's been 2 years since that.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I mean, we'll wait and see. I think 5 or 6 years is crazy because who's going to care about this in 5 or 6 years? I'm not even going to.
No, it'll be over and done with.
I can't. I have a hard time getting re-engaged with the show if it's been like a year and a half trying to remember what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
So,
I can tell you one person's going to be happy with that Acolyte book.
no,
He's
already posting it in our Star Wars chat. He's like rubbing our nose in it. It's pathetic.
We already got the Yord T-shirt. Take it off, ready, holding a Yord doll.
Yeah.
I can't
Who
wait.
the hell wants a Yord novel? But
it's a young adult. It's a young adult novel.
Young adult.
So once I realized, it's Jackie and Yord, and it's a young adult novel, I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Well, you see, Wave Seeker's like a little girl. A little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You're gonna get it. So
no, I wish I could say Dom was wrong, but he's not. He's right.
No.
Wave Seeker's gonna be giggling like a little girl over this shit.
All he needs is a little
disavow.
Well,
Bring him another book and
maybe
yeah.
they'll give. Maybe Vanestra will go back 20 years and she'll find the personality she lost somewhere within that 20 years. Before
She'll find where she left her wig.
listen,
I've never read any of the Star Wars book, but I do want to read this Way Seeker
video
book.
games will get mentioned.
Way Seeker book.
23.
I do want to read the Way Seeker.
Actually, video game is going on strike. The people who do video games,
Maybe there'll be a variant cover with no shirt on.
going on strike. So we're gonna have problems with video games anyway. So
Well, a lot of these video games that they've been showing trailers for, Dom, are in final stages.
Yeah.
So they're all the writing and has been done for these games.
Oh
so.
yeah, that
But
takes
the
at
voice
least
and-
3 years to do a
voice
video
actors
game.
that do the video games, that's going on strike. So you gotta have. I don't know. It's gonna be crazy. I don't know. But
And for you, Kalnaka, they are doing it. He's getting his own comic book.
God.
Well, this is just
people like.
we already knew
it's one shot.
like a book coming out.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a one shot.
It's a good Phil Noto cover. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, I like it.
But I'm not going to open it. I like Noto. I might buy it for the cover. But
I don't know.
I've pumped the brakes seriously on my Star Wars comic buying lately.
So for some reason, I feel like Kanaka there should be holding a bag of Jack's beef jerky or something.
That would make it more interesting.
Tanaka's joining.
Yeah, there you go.
He's just going to cook, and he's just making stew. That's the whole comic for the one shot.
Making stew.
Just making stew the whole time in the middle of the woods.
All right, remember this.
In the High Republic.
Degrassi said Disney Entertainment Showcase will be at D23.
Yeah,
So-
but I don't think
And they're going to announce this.
They rarely talk about Star Wars at D23.
Yeah, they do a little bit, but not much.
The only thing they talked about one time, if I'm not mistaken, he's going to be at D23. Daniel Logan. Daniel Logan's everywhere. He's going to be in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, in August.
Maybe we'll get a young Boba Fett series now.
You can believe in the Mortis gods, but you can't believe in that. But they're gonna
Daniel
announce
Logan
it.
was at my mall at a card show. That's where I got him to sign my. That's where I got him to sign my Boba Fett.
He was at a car. Oh my god!
It was a card show.
He's grinding, baby. He's grinding.
Yeah,
He's a nice dude. No, I'm not saying that to knock him. He's a nice guy, but he's in it to win it. He's not missing any opportunities to sell his merch.
I can't wait to. I want to see if I might go to the Ohio show to go see him. If they come out with the pop, if the pop young Boba Fett pop comes out, I have to go get the autograph on it. So,
Any final thoughts on these books? And
no, sir.
I'm not going to read them. I'm not going to read them.
I'll wait till they're.
We know you're not going to read them.
I wish I didn't have an original thought on these books. To be honest,
I'll get you the audio book, Jedi. You can read all about
You're gonna get another Sunday homework assignment, Jedi.
And I stopped listening to the audiobooks on these things. That's how I'm kind of like Joe. I'll do the show, and I like doing the show with the guys, but I'm at a Star Wars timeout right now. I'm just kind of
I've been moved to casual fan for the most part at this point.
Maybe you know what? Because I know the last time they talked about Star Wars really heavily was The Mandalorian when that first dropped. They have a couple of Star Wars Funko Pops that are dropping at D23. So maybe I don't know. We'll see.
Hard and wacky.
Hard and wacky.
Hard and wacky. That's great.
And maybe we'll be able to see why his neck is so weak in that young adult novel.
Exactly.
So
all right,
that is it for the news.
I go away and you guys are actually doing comic and pop culture news in your comic and pop culture news segment, and no stories about a guy who got his junk stuck in a toaster. Nothing crazy.
No,
like nothing like that.
I farmed my news out.
Serious. We are a serious news outlet now.
We're a serious show now. Okay.
All right. So
welcome to Q&N. Wait, no, that sounded wrong. Never mind.
A little discussion topic. Somebody had posted that the direct market killed because somebody said our comic book's dying out, and somebody responded and got a lot of traction on it. That the direct market killed mainstream American superhero comics economically and culturally. Do you feel that the direct market has killed comics? I found this beautiful. I love this picture. Comics have been dying since 1935 because people every few years or every decade will talk about how comics are dying.
Are you talking about like online direct, like
no?
Stuff direct?
Once the direct market started in the 80s, where things were just being shipped like directly to
the comic,
to the consumer, or directly to
instead of the
newsstand, instead of the newsstand. Basically, the death of the newsstand. Where you used to be able to just go pretty much anywhere and be able to just pick a comic book up off a rack pretty cheap.
Well, I think this is true to some extent because it seems that DC has realized this. That's why they were allegedly releasing their Absolute line in Walmart and Target as single issues, which that'd be great for comics if it catches on.
You know what killed comics? Those fucking double reprint 2025.
No, I haven't, but I do want to get it, Frankie.
All those damn reprints, the facsimile books,
What killed comics was all those covers for those X-Men books, all the Spider-Man covers, all those variants that sat on the shelves. That's what
we say that, but how many years later?
The 90s.
How many years later are we still buying facsimile 1:25 ratio incentives? Or second print 1:25 virgin copy of the same.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean, Dom, you were just talking about you had a Mexican foil earlier. What? I mean,
true.
The Mexican foil is a foreign book. That doesn't count.
It's a reprint.
I don't think it is. Maybe I don't know. What do I know?
It's from another country, man.
Unless it was printed the same day released the same day as the American version, it's a reprint for me.
Or at least within 6 months.
I mean, I think the price point sucks. Go ahead, Dom. Sorry.
What makes me laugh is that there's no Boba Fett first appearance foil cover from another country. Come on, man. Get with the program.
What are you talking about? You're just complaining about multiple covers. Now you want a foil Boba Fett cover?
Yeah, the first appearance of Boba Fett, issue 42. Give me that. I'll take it.
I'm done.
Yeah, I hear about stores getting 10 free copies, but it's not unusual for overships to happen every now and then like that.
I will say these facsimiles are they pick and choose, because like when we got the Loki series, we didn't get any reprints of the first appearance of Kang. No foil, nothing like that. But then they'll do like hundreds of different Spider-Man books and do 1:25s. And
they crank out like a facsimile of a Spider-Man book every other week anymore.
Yeah. Or Hulk 181 every 5 months. And like,
I will give it. DC has been doing at least their facsimiles are keys. And a lot of them are harder to find, hard to find books, or you can't afford them. But they don't do 1:25 variants of them. You get a regular cover, then you get a foil, then you get a blank. Which I would love the blank. I love the blanks for facsimiles. Get some art on that.
So I'm just So this guy is this person is saying what? I mean,
he's basically saying the direct market basically killed comics because
yeah, I mean,
they're not as easily accessible anymore.
You can't throw a rock without hitting something that you could say killed comics. I mean, I'm just reading this. When they stop being things that kids could and would want to pick up with their pocket money, kids, unless a kid is indoctrinated, and I use that word, indoctrinated, but brought up with comics. In other words, their parents read comics, or they probably don't give a shit about comics. If they do read a comic, it's going to be on their freaking phone or tablet. It's not going to be something that catches their eye in a supermarket.
My parents never read comics, and somehow when we would go to the newsstand, I would go right to the comic rack and pick something up. Beg to pick something up.
That was 1953.
Oh my God!
Doesn't matter what year it was.
That was 1867 at the general store.
I'm talking nowadays. Nowadays, kids have phones and pads glued to their hands.
I was happy to give my shiny nickel to Colonel Custard and take my comic home with me. So.
Well, I will say this: DC and Marvel, I think they started to do webtoons, and a lot of younger people are reading those webtoons.
Put Frankie's.
Frankie's right too. The price killed comics too. You can point at just about anything.
Yeah. I mean, I personally don't feel it's dying because again, every 20 years somebody's like, it's dying. It's dying. It's dying.
I agree.
But it's still cranking along. I think I don't like the price points for books anymore because we're getting hit. Back when there was like 70 covers of X-Men 1 or Spider-Man 1,
right
in the 90s when all that came out, it was $1.25. It was still cheap. Now it's like, you want the one off the stand, just the trade dress bait, whatever. It's $4.99, $5.99. You want a cardstock, throw in an extra $1. Then you got ratios and foils.
You might be able to say that the comic industry sometimes likes to choke itself for the sake of choking itself, and then let go and do it again in 20 years. Just because they thought they liked it before. But
I thought DC had it right for a very brief period of time when DC was like, "Hey, we're going to give you a floppy open order, a cardstock open order, and a 1 in 25." For the books. That was it was, and it was a very short-lived period of time when they did that straight through. But that was perfect because it was like, hey, I'll either get the cardstock or the floppy, and if I really like the 125, maybe I'll shell out for a 1 in 25. But it wasn't, there's 30 covers on this. I mean, SDCC had a ridiculous amount of exclusives, but if you look at how many covers are on like the Turtle book, it's insane. It is absolutely
64?
insane. Hey, Bruce, pull up League of Comic Geeks and just go to that.
I think it's 64 different covers for that book.
It's ridiculous. As a collector, and even if you're just a kid getting into the hobby, that's overwhelming. That's way overwhelming. It's like, where do you start? And if you're a kid, don't necessarily have money.
That's overwhelming even as an adult because it's 69 comics. What's the cover price on that? $5?
Mm-hmm. And exclusives, of course,
somebody do the math because that's a lot of gross that you're going to be shelling out for a Turtle book.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. The number of variants nowadays. Like I said, if DC could have just stuck with what they had, I thought they had lightning in a bottle. I was like, this is fantastic. It made me happy, and I was buying more DC books than I had ever bought before in terms of different titles and stuff like that. That's what I think this does as well. When you have 40,000 variant covers on everything, you end up just getting shoehorned because you can't really cross over to a bunch of other titles because they all have 8 million variants as well.
You can throw that up when you're ready.
Oh, you can throw it up. You have control, don't you? No.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, I guess who says, and I have the bug like so many. But who says you have to be a completionist when you collect? Who says you have to go get all 40,000 of those covers?
It's ridiculous.
It does become a little overwhelming as well. I mean, I love the idea of the newsstand. I mean, a supermarket had an area where they just had a ton of magazines, and there would be a few spinner racks with comics.
Yep.
And it was just one of those things like, oh, you're a kid, you're at the supermarket. Your mom would throw a comic or two in there. You don't have that anymore.
Yeah, but that's the same across a lot of like sports cards. Same things. Kids can't afford sports cards anymore. Not the good ones. Not the ones that are gonna appreciate.
Yeah, not the good. But sometimes it's fun just to open a pack or just grab a comic that's $1 and read it just to get people into. I mean, you could still go to like a Walgreens or something like that and walk through and be like, oh, there's boxes of there's still packs of cards there that you can buy.
I mean, those first, what is it?
They're shit.
First 8 on top. That's all open order.
Those are open order.
Yeah.
And then you have 6 incentives. And then
3, 6, 9, 12.
SDCC had more turtle books than anything. I mean, of the 235 or so exclusives that were at SDCC, I think like 20% of them were turtle books.
You're still scrolling.
Yeah.
Good old.
I mean, some of the covers are the same.
Thank God those aren't Boba Fett. That's all I'm saying. Dom,
they told me about it. I always say that with Batman and freaking goddamn Wolverine. Jesus Christ.
I mean, we're still going. I mean, that's
some of the covers are all the same.
Over 120 covers.
That's crazy.
Now, I will ask, is there an Archie style cover?
I don't think there was.
I thought I saw one down. Keep going.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is that more than the? I think it is. Is that more than the 2015 Star Wars when Star Wars came out?
Oh, that one was crazy. And that had all the printings, extra printings as well.
I don't know if it was. Did it break 100 though?
I didn't think it broke 100. I mean, this book lines up just because it lines up with SDCC.
Yeah.
I think you're getting a little more than you would normally get, but
this one?
No,
which one?
Down in the middle.
Yo,
see the really bright one?
Variants
right there.
For Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. Look at the Buffy guy. CL2.
Yeah, 187. Yeah, I see it.
187.
Yes, that's kind of a.
That's
nice
gotta be a record.
Old trade dress.
Gotta be a record.
Yeah.
It's something. I mean, I thought that Thundercats book was bad when that had all those covers, but this is.
I only got one of those, and that was the Mum Rock cover.
I got the Midtown, and then I had to get the Scotty Youngs.
I got the Midtowns, but not really because it was Turtle. Well, it was an April O'Neil cover, which is why I bought it, and it was Pinocchio.
Some of these,
but I don't know. They all just feel a lot of Turtle covers feel the same to me. It's like turtle.
Spot color. The others,
I feel the same way about Batman perched on a gargoyle. It's like, okay, I've seen it.
Right. Right. Yeah. He's brooding again.
Yeah. He's on that church again. Go get the broom.
This is crazy.
All right, guys.
This is a lot.
All right, enough of this.
What is this? SNS? Get out of there. Something.
Yeah.
They just dropped a Freddy Funko as shredded too. 100 pieces. So that's pretty cool.
Crazy.
I'm happy for you, Dom. Dom gets so excited about Funkos. He doesn't.
He does.
We don't get to see that much anymore, and when we do get to see it, it's like a shooting star. It's like you gotta appreciate it.
I want that Funko convention to come through. I want them to have that. I want to see Dom at a Funko convention in his.
I want it to be on the same weekend as Star Wars Celebration. That way, Dom has to decide what he's gonna do. Is he gonna go to Funko convention?
Oh God!
Or is he gonna go to Star Wars
convention?
Yeah.
Hey, the 50th anniversary of that's in 2 years. It's gonna be in 2027. The 50th anniversary of Star Wars. That celebration is gonna be big. It's got to be in the States. It's got to be in the States.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, Tokyo is going to blow it up. Tokyo is going to kill it with Star Wars Celebration. And we're all just going to be playing for second after that.
I'm kind of interested in see what kind of like Japanese exclusives we'll get out of there. So
that'll be fun.
Well, Mark already said that he's not getting anything for anybody, so
I wouldn't. No,
I forgot he was going. Yeah.
He ain't standing in line for nothing.
No.
So
this the fire that broke out wasn't at the con. It was at another location where they were showing the penguin.
yeah.
Was it the bathroom next to the con?
Separate building.
So someone didn't take a shit. They lit a fire. All right.
yeah, if you haven't subbed up yet,
Methane explosion.
this is what we got. Go in, sub up. If you like the show, I appreciate a like. If not, that's fine.
We'll take any engagement. Let's go.
Thumb up, thumb down, thumb to the left.
I'm here every week. You know, whether a thumbs up
Tip your waitress.
is clicked or not. So,
That's true.
yeah. So sub up if you like it. That's great. If there's something you want to see, a spotlight or something special, put it in the comments after the show. I'm always happy to look for spotlight ideas and stuff like that, or not comic sales of the week ideas, because I'm running out really fast. Things to find.
But
I like this. I like the segment. It's a fun, great segment, and I like to find stuff because it's fun.
Tough.
Once you
tough.
Once you find,
I got
niche,
something for you.
fun.
How about you do a not comics used panties?
Oh, that is gross. That is gross. And there's vending machines for those things.
Yeah,
I don't want to know. I don't want to know the scale of what makes one more expensive than the other.
Didn't we do sweaty sneakers already? No, I'm just playing. We did something with shoes.
I don't want to look at the patina that's on the pair of panties for that stuff. So tomorrow night,
Dom's like, where do I get that? Where do I get those?
Tomorrow night, I don't know what's going on with SNS. Because Matt's in San Diego.
He's in Diego,
and I don't know where Sam is.
He's
so
the on-scene reporter from San Diego.
Yeah. No, I think he's going to be in a panel at the same time. So he's not going to be on, but he's been recording a lot. So I'm guessing when he comes back,
well, he better not be in the chat. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Earlier.
On Sunday, Tales from the Dark Side for all your Star Wars news. And Marco,
what news is there nowadays in Star Wars?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Whatever comes out of SDCC.
We're going to be talking about how the eternal flame of the Skeleton Crew. It doesn't look good for that project either. A lot of bullshit that happened. So about that.
On Wednesdays,
you're not making you're not making the compelling case that what you think you are. I don't think.
Well, I got something better to do with it.
Wednesdays, catch the boys on tack. I know bust Marco's balls, but he has been doing good stuff with looking at different books. I think we're going to be submitting a couple of those and guessing some grades and stuff like that once we get to Baltimore. So it'll be fun. They're going to have some stuff going on in Baltimore, and we'll have a booth there. So that'll be fun.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched before this show, the CBSI Hot 10 comes on at 9, and then it rolls right into us. So always check that out as well. That is always fun. And remember, you're going to be a bad motherfucker. We appreciate you all for hanging out for so long, and now you can enjoy the new outro.
The qualified. The qualified. The qualified.